You throw the link out.
I don't know how. Okay, we're live,
right,
gentlemen.
I'll just grab it from the page.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. It's Friday Night Live with Mike, Simply Your Device. Say hi, Mike.
Hey there, Mike Dixon, Simply Your Device.
And Will.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh,
don't be so enthusiastic now.
Wait a minute.
And of course, I'm Mobile Geezer, and we're glad to have you here. We have this every Friday night, usually at 8 o'clock, and we discuss the tech topics that interest us from the week. So, Mike, you want to start us off with this? Oh, and later on, we'll be joined by Mike's brother, Adam, Corpulent Geek, and that's always a great pleasure. So, Mike, you want to start us off while I see if I can pull up my YouTube channel?
Yeah. Let's see here. So ZTE had a response.
Well, first, give them the background story.
Well, see, the background story is ZTE is in trouble. They've been bad people.
Well, I wouldn't.
Well, our government has made them out to be bad people. This is where we all discuss who was bad and who wasn't bad.
Right.
But I didn't realize that they were going to be banned for 7 years.
Yeah, from
hardware
and software. American products. All
American products. Yeah. And I had the response. Here we go. ZTE has a response saying that the denial order will only severely impact the survival and development of ZTE, but will cause damages to all partners of ZTE, including large numbers of U.S. companies.
Right.
They say.
You reading the same article I am from Reuters?
I got Android Authority too.
Okay. I've got Reuters.
They have that on Reuters.
Yeah.
What it came down to is they were supposed to get rid of some people and punish some other lower people.
But let's go further back if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
This originally started because they were supplying some kind of mobile devices to mobile companies in Iran, and that, of course, is against U.S. law. And I guess they admitted that, and they paid how big a?
It was a big fine. I don't remember exactly, but it was big, I think.
Yeah, they paid a huge fine. Yeah. So that was I thought things would be okay, but then part of their agreement was that they were to fire 4 big shots, which they did, and then they were supposed to reprimand, I think it was 35 others, and not give them bonuses. Now, Mike, go ahead with that.
Now, wait, George, question.
Okay, go ahead.
Would you want it to just go away? After hearing what they were accused of doing first, would you want it to just go away? You know what I'm saying?
Not me. No.
Like, would you want them to even be like, okay, whatever they were supplying or whatever to Iran, Iraq, whoever it was, would you want that to just disappear? You know what I mean?
No, I wouldn't want it to just disappear because
that's what I'm saying. So
now to me, remember, I have some kind of relationship with ZTE because they brought me to Vegas twice. They've given me a few things, but when you turn around and tell me you're doing business with probably the greatest enemy of the United States and Israel in the world, and you admitted it, and if you stuck to the agreement you made with the government, I'm fine with that. But if you didn't, I can see where the government.
That's my thing. That's my thing. Why would we even be upset? I could see before if you never knew that what happened. Right. Reading about it and finding out, okay, they did this, and this. Then the government said, okay, we'll give you another chance. You pay a fine.
Exactly.
And fire these people who might still be dealing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Then I could see it. You go back again. So why are we even upset that they're gone?
Well, see, I'm not upset. To me, just trying to get the real truth.
Yeah.
And of course, with governments and companies, you're never going to get the real truth.
To me, though, it's like that's all we really need to know about what happened, because just like you said, they admitted that they were wrong.
Yeah. Hey, Louis.
And what else? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like if ZTE wasn't even the big name in the beginning that we had been hearing about, it was Huawei. So what did they do?
Yeah, Huawei, my feeling is just a political thing and maybe some pressure from Samsung and Apple. Because keep in mind, ZTE is the 4th largest phone maker in the United States. And Huawei is creeping up there. So
but that's what I'm saying. You think, okay, let's say this article, you never read it.
Right.
And ZTE got banned. This is all you saw was just the headlines and the news pieces, the articles were just like fluff. They never really got into it. Right. You would be thinking the same thing, that they're just the Samsung and Apple got together to try to get them out of here.
Exactly.
So we might not never know what the whole story of what happened with Huawei, but you can't just dismiss it as Samsung and Apple, because those companies been around here in the States for years, and they haven't made a dent in Samsung or Apple.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Or anybody, even LG is you know.
Yeah. No, I'd say today Huawei is probably doing better in the U.S. than LG is my guess. You know.
Yeah. Well, I understand. According to, I had a little information from Adam. They were concerned about Huawei somehow tied to the Chinese government.
That's what they've been worried about all the time. Yeah.
Right, and that's
but they haven't done nothing with an enemy. So there's a difference.
No, right. Well, and that's where some of the questions we have is, where ZTE we have pretty much some proof here they done something wrong.
Right.
But what did Huawei do? You know, or just because they're associated with the Chinese government? That is that. I mean, that's so what it seems like.
In all these months, I haven't heard any concrete thing that Huawei did, and I'm still buying Huawei phones.
Mm-hmm. You know? Well, as long as you can, if you can.
Exactly. And it looks like they're not being banned. ZTE is getting punished and punished hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of seems like, well, maybe there's some justification for that. Whereas Jay Williams had a podcast the other day, and he seemed to feel they were getting screwed.
That's what I'm saying. How can we keep saying that they're getting screwed if the information that we have from right now, unless somebody knows something that's insider information, what's being put out right now is they violated whatever agreements they had and were dealing with shady people. They gave them a second chance, and they still, you know what I mean? They gave them bonuses, or they didn't even fire the people.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They gave the people bonuses that they were supposed to reprimand.
It was like laughing at our face and still selling your products here.
Yeah.
So how can you? To me, that's not getting screwed. I don't understand. Unless I
agree. And keep in mind, this is not something that started with the Trump administration.
No.
This was
going on for a while.
6 years ago, starting in the Obama administration, this started going on.
Right.
So this has
been an ongoing problem.
Completely opposite types of leadership, but they have the same problem. So, you know, I don't see it as super unfair. 7 years, that's harsh. Might they drive them out of business in the United States? Yeah, they might.
Out of the United States, they ain't going to hurt.
Do you think? Were they that big of a presence here that it's going to hurt them? That's like right after this happened, Huawei said when their whole merger or their deal with AT&T fell through, they said, we're not going to leave. We're going to keep pushing and blah, blah, blah. Then 2 days ago, you see they're firing people here. It sounds like they're packing up and leaving.
But they only fired a few people.
I don't know.
5 or something like that.
Yeah, but one of them was their lobbyist.
Yes.
So it makes you wonder what's going on over there.
Yeah, but they're still releasing Honor phones here too, and they own Honor also. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is all the people that I've met from ZTE have all been nice people, and the people who were. And I've met basically the people who were in charge in America.
Of course.
And I don't know that they had anything to do with this, but of course they're part of the company, so they're going to have to suffer for it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Of course, the people you meet in the front are going to be nice. It's the ones in the back that you don't see what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I don't know. I guess because I don't really buy their phones. Besides the 6P, I don't really own the ZTE, or I don't really feel like
I
I'm
own
missing
3 or
much
4
of their.
ZTE phones. Well, I own their phones. I own their watch. Yeah.
If they're both gone, and I wanted to get a cheap alternative, I would go get a Motorola or a OnePlus. I would, and they're even a little bit kind of suspect too. But
well, yeah, OnePlus is only suspect because of their crappy security procedures.
Yeah, they.
Well, yeah, but because of whatever they had going on with their government and their situation with their phone market, where they put like stuff into their phone, they're saying that it's something to do with the other, But even that looks kind of,
But to their credit, they immediately owned up to it. They supposedly
yeah, but not really, because when you first got the phone, they didn't tell you nothing until people found it.
Until they got caught. But in their defense, I don't think that's a nationality thing. Our companies do the same thing. None of them own up to anything until they get caught.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but that's like saying, I mean, I guess it could be in there, but that's like, could you imagine the outrage if the phone in China, if they looked through the phone and found out Apple was putting something in there, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they'd have a
yeah. That's why, I mean, you can't really blame. I don't know. To me, you can't really blame them. I mean, I'm sure the government's been probably a little too cautious, but
But yeah, I mean, in Huawei's case, I don't see where they brought this on themselves. In ZTE's case, it's looking very much like they kind of brought this on themselves by breaking the agreement that they made.
And I'm going back real quick. What they said here about it will also cause damage to all partners of ZTE, including large companies and U.S. companies.
I was wondering about that. It's like, what large U.S. companies?
They mean like the chip sellers, like Qualcomm. I think that's
trust me. They'll find somebody else to sell to.
But that's their statement. Oh, this is going to hurt American companies too. Well, yeah, but it's not going to hurt. They're the ones who are trying to break out here. Qualcomm is good. They're fine.
And what occurred to me is it's going to hurt ZTE because for a number of years now they've been sponsors of 5 NBA teams: Chicago, the Dubs, Houston, 2 other teams. And well, that's probably going to be gone. They've been a sponsor of the PGA,
Yeah, see?
So, I mean, this is going to hurt them in every possible way, I think. And I feel bad for them, but they did what they did, Yeah,
they basically laughed in our face. If they, how they going to tell you to fire the people and you give them a bonus?
Yeah, and that to me is the biggest thing. You did the exact opposite of what you said. They did fire 4 people, but all the supposedly 35 people they were supposed to reprimand, they gave them bonuses. So
that's crazy.
So let me ask you guys, how far do you think our government's going to carry us? Because I think we might have talked about this before, but Eric Easy Confused Solutions made an interesting point. Will the government turn to the carriers and say, hey, anybody who's using these 2 particular phone companies, you cut the service?
I don't think they'll go that far.
No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. But you know what? Just like you already see, they'll never take full credit or whatever, and the carriers will never admit it. But as soon as Huawei was about to get on stage and announce their deal, and it was gone, that guy was shocked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was up there and thought he was going to be coming with that phone to the U.S. and they was going to make some money.
Yeah.
And boom, everybody pulled out.
Yeah.
That was a last minute thing. So you can tell if the government puts a bug in their ear, then they're going to be like, well, we're not going to sell. I bet you in a couple months, I won't be able to go into AT&T and see the ZTE phone or because they have ZTE prepaid phones there. I won't see those.
They have it at T-Mobile too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be gone.
Yeah. I saw one unfair thing in this article. It says, even so, ZTE would have little recourse in the near term to do an appeal. because appeals would have to be approved by the BIS, the same agency that issued the ban. So it's like they're in a no-win situation.
You just burnt the bridge, and now you got to go back across it. It's not happening.
Exactly. Yeah. But one of them said that ZTE's best chance would be if U.S. companies chose to lobby the Trump administration to lift the ban.
If the companies wanted to deal with them, but who's going to want to? Do you really think AT&T is going to say we make so much money from ZTE phones? They can just sell a cheap Samsung phone.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And put it on prepaid.
They're not gonna. They're still making money from Moto and.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
So let me ask you guys. Was it Xiaomi? There's a company that seems like they're up and coming.
They're coming up too.
You think they're going to take an opportunity and pounce on this?
I would think they're going to fill that void in a hurry because, like I said, ZTE is the fourth largest in the United States. Well, I would think Huawei and Xiaomi are going to be pushing to get that, and Xiaomi has nothing against it that anybody knows. So I think they'd be jumping right in there. Yeah.
I think they're going to go. They're going to make sure all their stuff's straight before they try it.
And
they're going to make sure everything's good before they try to come in because they're not going to want to get hit with no ban. If they're smart.
This is going to hurt a lot of these small, the ZTE was big in these small, super budget phones. Right. And they sold probably a ton of them.
Yeah. But see, again, that's where Honor is going to benefit. Honor as a Huawei company, they're going to benefit because they're already an up-and-coming budget phone, and they make really good budget phones.
Oh yeah, they do. They're a subsidiary of Huawei.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
And they're feeling the pressure to not be sold here in America. What do you think the chances of Honor and Huawei still sticking around?
I think that I have a feeling they're going to stick around because I don't think they're not getting the banning type pressure. They're just getting, well, the government agencies aren't going to use you. And I think that's about it. And doesn't seem to be any problem with any of us buying their phones. The other thing that's going to, I think, hurt ZTE that much more is who's got the two best phone chips in the world? Well, Qualcomm and Huawei with the Kirin. Those two chips are way better than any other chips on earth. And ZTE and Huawei in China are big. What's the word I'm looking for?
Chip makers?
They oppose each other. Competitors.
Rivals. Yeah,
they're big competitors. And if I'm Huawei and you're going to come to me for chips, I'm going to say, no way in the world. That's my guess. But
you think you would say that, but look at Apple and Samsung. I need a screen. Samsung said, I'm making my money. I don't care if you're against us or not.
Well, yeah, that's true. If ZTE offered them enough money, they may go ahead and make it. Now, of course, Alibaba, in this article, it mentioned Alibaba, and Alibaba, I think, is bigger than Amazon, I believe. And they said that they're determined to make their own chip. So that might be a chip they could get, but they haven't made one yet. So that's a ways out.
I'll just take a moment to say hi to everybody in the room. Mr. Butler's in the room. We've got Alan from Phone Tech at Work here. Kurt.
Hey, Alan.
Lewis, welcome to the stream.
Yeah, thanks, Kurt, for coming by. You always show up.
I said hello to Lewis. Looks like it, I think.
So, I get just one last thing. On Wednesday, I was like, after all the news, I was really considering selling this phone.
Which one?
The Honor, because I'm really concerned is the support this phone's going to have.
I don't think it's going to be an issue. Is my guess.
Yeah.
And you want to talk lack of support, or do we get to the Moto issues?
Oh, well, that's further down the line. But
Mike, I was about to say, you might as well just go get a different phone. You won't get the support there either. Oh, Mike, but you know what I saw today?
What's that?
The S7 is getting Oreo.
Yeah,
I saw that too.
Thanks. Thanks. George,
this guy got.
George, you don't know. I sold the S7.
Yes,
I said he got rid of the phone and now it's getting Oreo. Oh, come on.
Well,
I know.
I guess they were just waiting for Mike to get rid of the phone just to spite him.
Oh my goodness, Mike.
Yeah. So George, you want to
continue? Love that phone and you got rid of it. Now I
don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. No.
Wow.
Oh man. So we're moving on to our next favorite subject.
Oh, Moto.
Moto, yes. Talk about lack of support.
Okay. Now, I didn't pull up. You got a Moto article pulled up, Mike?
Yeah. Let me see here.
But they announced 6 phones yesterday, 3 5s and 3 6s.
Yeah. It seems like the Moto G6 Plus, and a Moto G6 Play.
Right.
Now, could somebody explain to me? We had the the G5 Plus.
Right.
And what I'm reading, there's going to be no Plus model here in the States.
That's what I'm saying too. No Play. Oh no, that's right. We got the regular and the Play.
Right. And if you go to the Motorola site, you'll see what's up and coming.
Right.
But this conversation I want to, and I know Will's going to love this. Well, Will's been always saying, and I agree, Will. You know, they put out these phones, and they don't support it. And at least this time, there's no guessing, because in reports like for the E5,
right,
they're only going to support it for security patches from anywhere from 6 to 12 months,
and nothing else.
And that's it. It's never going to see next big update.
Android P, yeah.
And how much, Mike? How much is that phone?
No exact word on price just yet.
But if it stays in the same range as the G5 and G5 Plus, it's going to be somewhere between $100 for the lowest, and the.
But that's the E5.
Yeah, E5. Yeah, I'm sorry. For the G stuff, it's going to be somewhere between $200 and $400.
Well, you know, if you think about it, though, the E5 and the E5 Plus, it kind of falls in the range of those ZTE phones.
Yeah,
those cheap phones, and we all know those cheaper phones don't get really much support.
Yeah,
you know.
Now of course, keep in mind we're techies, and my coworker, who I work with every Monday and Friday, he got the E4 last year, and he said, I told him the new one's out. He says, "Well, I don't care. My phone's still working fine. I'm still very happy with it." So that's the average consumer.
That's the thing. Now, Mike, if that's the type of phone that you buy for your mom or somebody, you know, a little kid who doesn't care, or just a regular, and you won't feel bad when the phone doesn't get updated.
Right.
It's not like if you went and bought, I always go back to it, but a Moto X, and they tell we're not supporting it.
We got burned. Again.
And you know what, Mike? You burned me once, and I'm done.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a difference. I will get one of the Moto E's, and I'll probably get one of the Moto G's. You know, and if the Plus has bands that work on T-Mobile, I'll be pulling that over here. You know.
Well, at least this time they came out and made it clear to the public what their update schedule is going to be.
Yeah, they're upfront about it. You know.
Yeah, this year they are, because they made what was it, the G4? They made a promise, and then they kind of were reneged on it, and then they said,
what, 7 or 8 months later.
Yeah, they said, oops, okay. And they even at that, they said only the Plus model, the G4 Plus, was getting the next upgrade.
Right. Now keep in mind, my wife, I still have the Galaxy S9 simply because my wife loves her G5 Plus. You know.
Yeah. You know, it's going to be hard to go and get the new G6,
right? Because
I'm a little bit of the opinion is why should I move this phone on because of this? Now it's a glass back,
right?
This is metal,
right? That's true.
I use this phone for work, and I'm a little bit clumsy at times, not all the time, but I've dropped this phone on once in a while. And it doesn't exactly, it's never always in the best surroundings.
Yeah.
So I might say this is going to be a pass for me.
Sounds like you're better off with a metal phone because you use it for work. Now, of course, I only drive, and I have a lot of glass back phones, but my phones stay in my pocket, and they stay in a separate pocket with nothing else ever. And I tend not to drop my phones, so I don't mind having a glass phone. But in your, if I were in your position, I probably wouldn't get it either.
Yeah. So I'm as much as I'm a Motorola fan.
Mike, don't do it.
I'm not.
He's not.
I don't
how
think
much is that phone? Tell me how much. You say what? 150. Which one do you usually buy? The top of the line one or the mid? Which one do you usually get?
Well, I would be interested in the G6.
So how much would that one be? 250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save your money and wait for the OnePlus 6.
Yeah, but that's going to be a lot of money.
You're just hearing rumors. It might be 600, but if you're going to go waste your money on a Motorola phone, you might as well save it and get.
Wait a minute. Time out. See, you're saying waste your money, and you're saying it because of updates, right?
No. I'm saying that because if you're gonna, that's like Mike. Mike went and bought the Nokia phone for what?
I wanted to experiment.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. You bought the Nokia phone. It's basically stock software, right? You have stock software. At the time, you didn't have the Pixel. You have stock software on the Pixel, right? Yeah. The best stock phone you're going to get right now.
Oh,
so
no.
Why would you even go buy a phone? I don't care if it's Motorola or whatever it is. You have the phone right now with a better camera. You got unlimited photo storage, dual speakers,
right?
2-year warranty. Why would you even go spend $250 and buy something under that?
Mike, can I answer that?
Wait. That might not get no support because he's a tech guy.
That's what I'm saying. Let me answer that. It's because he's a YouTuber, and so am I. I'm going to buy one of those phones no matter what.
Yeah. There was a bit of that. There was a bit of that involved too, because I was a YouTuber and I saw there was the Nokia 2.
Mike saw there was no reviews for that phone, which I understand. I would have bought that phone.
Yeah.
I would have bought that phone and played with it for a couple of days, made my review, and took it back. Because that was like a losing proposition. Like if you keep the phone, you're not going to gain anything from it. That phone wasn't going to get you 5 million views. You could look, D-brand grip. The phone, 5,000 views, dislikes, likes, everything for $40. For $40. Like,
but
you might as well take your $250.
But in your video, Will, you made it sound like it wasn't worth the regular price, right?
It wasn't worth the $60 that they're going to charge.
Right.
$40 with the skin. You figure the skin is like $10 for a back skin. So you're paying $30. So you're paying $30. That's all right, but there's no way I'm paying $60 for that thing. It's a piece of rubber.
Yeah.
That's almost the price of an outer box with a lot less protection because you have nothing for the front.
And I see your point because I'm not spending my money on an outer box. There's too much money, and I don't like the bulk. I know you got great protection.
At least if you get the outer box, you can drop it down the steps. If you buy the D-brand grip and you drop it probably from, I'm not sure, waist height, you might break your screen.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I got that article from 9 to 5 Google, and he actually talks about. Wait a minute, I just had it a second ago. They did a piece on Motorola releases more uninspired phone, and he says he cries.
Oh yeah, I sent you that. When I seen it, I thought of you.
Thanks. But
and see, I look at it from a different point of view. I have I have last year's Moto Z2 Play. I have the E4. We've got the G5 Plus. First time I ever bought Moto phones. All phones I was very pleased with. Right. I suspect I'll be somewhat pleased with the phones this year. Now, Jay Will talked about them in a video last night, and he kept saying, well, nothing special here. Not saying I won't buy it. And you know, Jable, he's going to buy one of them, at least, you know, and so am I, you know, because they are pleasing enough phones. People like Moto enough that you will get some views for a Moto phone. That's just the way it is, you know.
You know what they need to do is bring back the Google Play editions.
They won't, but George, you know why they won't now? Because Google's involved now.
Exactly.
But, okay.
Exactly. That ain't gonna happen.
George likes everything, Mike. All right,
Like
Mike.
you guys.
Mike, you go on your vacation right now. You go on your vacation, right? You reach in your pocket. When you pull out a Moto G6, are you going to be happy with the picture that you get when you can pull out a Pixel and have your 250? You're going to be, wait, listen, Mike, listen. Mike, hold on. Mike, hold on. Mike, you can reach in your pocket and pull out $250, or you can reach in and in the other pocket, you got a Pixel, or you can pull out a Moto G6. What are you going to be happier pulling out?
Oh, the Pixel all the way.
And you're keeping your 250. Now, if it was let's say you said, all right, I do want to try something different. I'm gonna go buy the Galaxy S8 or whatever. At least you're on the same level. Why would you go under where you are? You're going like right now. You were even when you had the S7. You were high up on the food chain, like Flossie says. You were up there on the food chain, and then you go down. How do you do that? I can't do that.
I can tell you that you go down on the food chain as a YouTuber because you know there are people who want to see $200 and $300 phones. They don't. Those same people don't necessarily want to see a Galaxy S8 or an S9. They want to see, what can I get for $200 or $300? I'm here to show
they don't though. Look, yeah, but okay, they do, but leave that to Mr. Mobile because he's not paying for the phone.
Yes,
is what I'm
Mr.
saying.
Mobile is not going to show $200 phones.
He does.
I've never seen him show a $200 phone.
He shows those Motorola phones real quick. He'll show you a Moto G6.
He doesn't show you Huawei phones. He doesn't show you Sony phones. He doesn't show you Xiaomi phones.
No,
yeah, but him for you know why? You know why he doesn't show you a Xiaomi phone?
Go ahead.
Because those phones aren't going to develop the kind of interest. That's what I'm saying. If
Flossie's
like, I'll just blow money on everything. If I had a following like Flossie, I wouldn't care because most likely YouTube is paying for his phone, or he's getting a phone, maybe a phone sent to him.
I remember when Flossie had 30,000. He's got what, 750,000 now? Because of those phones.
But you know what? No. The reason you tune into Flossie is because you want to hear Flossie go, Slam Boy certified. This phone is you can change and all that and charge your phone, or
for me, there's the other side.
Or look at the cat.
Flossie I won't turn into.
You want to see the cat. You want to see the cat when he swipes the cat off the table and tells the cat to go play with the book and all that. You watch Flossie for his personality.
That is not why. No, to me, that's certainly not why I started watching Flossie. Flossie goes in depth on every single phone. Way better than most people does. The only person I know who goes more in depth than him is Erica Griffin. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah. No, but you know what? I would rather Flossie because Flossie goes in depth for stuff that I care about. She goes in depth talking about the gamma ray on the screen. I don't care about that. All I want to know is, does the phone look good? I don't have time to be looking at all these numbers with color gamut scales. Nobody cares about that except for the person who made the phone.
I'm going first to Erica. You know.
But the person who made the phone cares about it. When you turn on your phone, you're not going to be thinking this phone did a 7 on the color. That's like caring about DxO mark. You're not worrying about the color gamut scale. You're worrying about when I turn on my phone, how does this look next to my Pixel, or how does this look next to my Xiaomi Mi 6. That's what Flossie gives you.
So
Erica gives you stuff that she went into the lab and researched and read the book. Nobody cares.
We cannot agree that both of them are excellent reviewers. I think they're both excellent reviewers.
They're both good, but they have a different audience. That's why. Hold on. Before you introduce them, that's why I clicked on Mike's page, because Mike's review, when he reviewed the computer and the LG watch, he wasn't telling me about the megapixels in the screen. He read me what was on the box, and then he told me how it was for him. I wasn't worried about if the DPI and all that, and the PPI patrol and all that Flossie. You saying that's not important. Nobody cares about that. That's like when you do the review of the D brand grip. You can go around and be like, this is made with D3O. Nobody cares. They want to know if I drop my phone, is it my phone going to break or is it not going to break?
Yeah, you do have some of a point there, because that's what made Joshua Bain. That's what brought up Joshua Bain, because he showed the stuff people wanted to see. Yeah.
Now back to Mike. That's what I'm saying. For Mike to buy the Nokia phone, like Adam was saying, when he was like, you lost money on that phone. You lost money on the phone, and you probably didn't gain one subscriber. You might as well just review the S. You might as well review the S7 again.
Well, he still had fun playing with it, though.
There you go, Adam. Adam.
I'm not saying he should buy the Moto either. I'm with
Adam's going to go buy a Moto.
Someone tweeted something today, a deal on a phone, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds good."
Oh, really?
Mike is converting you. Mike is converting you.
No.
Mike, 2 weeks ago on the Wednesday stream, he said, doesn't make sense to have more than one phone.
Kirk
He's looking for deals.
For regular consumers.
Well, I'm looking for deals because I feel bad because, this is Mike's phone. So I'm always
Mike's
worried.
phone?
The Pixel that I'm using now.
Mike gave it to you. Mike's not an Indian giver.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
Talk about politically incorrect.
I want him to use that. I want him to use that for a trade-in.
Oh, all right.
I want him for the Pixel 3, and then I want a full review.
This is how he sets it up. He knows he gets me a Pixel 1.
You up. Yeah, you see that?
And it's really cheap, and then I'll pay all the big bucks for the 3.
He got you hooked, and now he's you in now.
So what have we all found out about Will? He's a real phone snob. He only wants the high-end stuff, man.
I'm just saying.
That's my line. Phone snob he is.
There's no way that I'm starting up here and I'm gonna go down below that. I can't. Adam, look, Adam.
If you had a channel, you might.
Adam, you have the, what was that, last year's phone or the 16? What year is this? 1860. You have 16s, one of the best phones of 16. Mm-hmm. Now tell Mike to go give you that Nokia phone and tell me you're gonna like it. You can't.
All right.
You can't go backwards.
Oh no! I wouldn't have him go backwards. I got the.
But that's what you do.
But I would bet you could give him a Moto G5 Plus and he'd like it some. I'd bet you that. He'd say the experience is familiar, but when he goes and looks for his let's say in next month when he says, "Oh, where's the beta software Mike has on the regular Pixel?" or I don't have that. It's like, why would you go backwards?
The comment, I love Alan's comment. It's a party when Will goes on a rant.
There you go.
It really
right
is.
on, Alan. That's exactly
You're going backwards. I couldn't do it.
Alan, make sure everybody knows we have the resident phone snob here, okay?
Yes, we do.
I don't know how you do it, Mike.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. George, you ask Will what he did with his iPhone.
Listen,
tell us.
I made it a while, but it's gone. But listen. I made it almost. It was a little less than a week, almost a week, but more than a week. But listen, that I couldn't go from. I couldn't get an iPhone 10 and then say, all right, I'm gonna go buy the SE. I couldn't do that.
I'm not asking you to do that. It's just
but you
might do that. That's my point.
No, I couldn't. No, if it's not if I'm not making money on it or it's not gonna impact my channel. When Mike said, "All right, this phone doesn't have no reviews," there's a reason why the phone has no reviews. Because nobody was looking. Nobody was looking
Android
for it.
Stun, I love it. Android Stun says rant game is strong.
Nobody was looking for it.
I tell you, Will can wheel and deal the best. I will bow to you because he'll come out and go, yeah, I sold a phone and still made $100. Or I sold this phone and I got this for free. This guy.
Because who wants to lose money?
No, man, you do it. You do it right. Hey, listen, you're right. Will, I concede now. Will is never going to get a YouTube channel because he doesn't have the patience or the time, and two, he doesn't get that. He thinks everything's got to be top notch.
Wait,
not even top notch because there's got to be an audience for it. There's not an audience for Nokia.
Here's how you introduce your channel. I'm Will. I'm here for all the phone snobs. The rest of you can leave right now.
No.
Okay.
There's got to be an audience for it. That's all. There's not an audience for it.
Listen, I'll just give you some
What's
stats.
the next topic?
We need to let Adam talk too.
I had 200 people for the unboxing. I had 200 people for the Nokia 2 unboxing.
There you go.
I had
statistics now.
Then I had
analytics.
I had 121 views on the Dear Nokia one, and I can't find where's the one I did where I compared the Nokia and E4.
So take that, Will.
Yeah.
Wait. Compare it to whatever is your video before that. Compare it.
Nice.
Compare it to the notch video. I mean, to the deep brain grip.
It's got to be no notch.
Oh, the deep brain grip. No, again, I bow down. I bow to the grip. Hey, I just want to point out real quick. We have Anthony from my Project 13 here.
Right.
The party is in the house. Android Studs here.
Hey.
Okay. So, next topic.
Adam, how's your computer?
My computer is great. It's picking up Mike's echo awesomely. I think it might be Mike. Mike, do you have a pickup somewhere?
Yeah, I hear it too.
Oh yeah, now I hear it.
Is it just coming out of your headphones? Sorry, everyone. I have to come on and do technical assistance for them.
Yeah,
that's the only reason I'm here.
You see that?
All right. I
still
hear it. You don't have a phone on somewhere too, do you? That's broadcasting the YouTube.
No.
What about that screen behind you?
No, there's no audio on.
All right.
I don't know where it's coming from.
There's
I just checked my phone. They're off.
The next topic.
We don't want to worry about that.
The next topic yes.
We need a who's that? What was that stream? Team 100. We got to do one like that where they make a topic and debate. What was that one? They picked the two phones. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We got to borrow your idea.
For what it's worth, I'm with Will on the phone snob end of things. You notice how I stuck with the iPhone all the way through until I got a Pixel, like what I consider the top of the line. Even though it's a lesser generation. But as soon as I got the Pixel, boom, my card was there. I wasn't putting that card in the V20. I wasn't putting my card on our phone.
He's like, Mike, you can't give me that. Mike, he don't want no boot loops. You can't give him that. You can't give him the V20 back. He just told you.
So, Mike, we are here to serve a purpose. We are here to make Adam and Will feel superior, and we're doing a good job.
I never said I was superior. Some people like vanilla, some people like chocolate. I like peanut butter swirls.
Oh man,
that's all I had.
All right, well, on to the next rant for Will.
Yeah. Keep it up, Will.
Yeah. messaging apps.
Okay.
Did you all see that
There we
they
go.
they put Allo on hold?
Finally.
On hold.
Finally.
Yeah, completely on hold.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they put it on hold. Something like I got Pocket now says that they're leaving Allo for dead, shifting its focus on Android messaging and a universal chat technology.
Right.
I mean, come on, guys.
We need a round of applause.
Well, you couldn't get nobody. There was no need for a round of applause because you couldn't get nobody to use Allo.
No, Mike. No. Allo isn't for us. Allo is for India. Allo is for India because they're still paying for SMS like we don't. We don't pay for it no more. Over there they pay for it. That's why the text message thing is our problem. It's nobody else. We're the only ones who deal with it because we don't pay for text. Everybody else uses WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger or Telegram. We're the ones who are still searching for something because some people don't want to go on one of these. This is good though, Mike. You gotta, even if you look at the stickers in Allo, they're all Indians. They're like Indian characters. Did you see the stickers?
Yeah, I saw the stickers. I don't know about being Indian, but
after we get past this topic, let's not leave out what's happening with Telegram. But
with Russia.
But if you look at Android Central, they make the point. Google cannot get messaging apps right. They've gone from Google Talk, Google Voice, Google Huddle, Google Hangouts, Allo.
Kurt. Oh God. George, they didn't really mess up because this time they're not doing nothing. All they're doing is giving you messages which you already have.
Right.
And they made that RCS. They're going to make it RCS compatible. The whole time, for years, they've been fighting to get the carriers to enable it, and some of them did their own thing. Like AT&T has RCS, but it only works AT&T to AT&T.
Right.
T-Mobile has it, but theirs only works T-Mobile to T-Mobile.
Right. Thanks, Will. I was just trying to look up what that was. RCS. I read an article today about it.
But wasn't Google's point with Allo and Duo? They're trying to find an answer to FaceTime.
They were trying to find with Duo. They were trying to find FaceTime, but with Allo, I think they were trying to find something to compete with WhatsApp in India, in the places just like with
and Europe. WhatsApp is huge in Europe too.
Android Go and what's that other thing they got? Files Go and all this. The people who don't have as much money, so they're trying to make it so that they can still communicate.
Android One.
Yeah, they're trying to make it so they can communicate. Because even if you go on Google Plus and even if you see an article about it, you'll see that people from here will be in there saying, "Ooh, I hope this works," and everybody else says, "In my country, we use this. We don't have this problem." They don't even understand why it's a problem here.
Yeah.
Even some people in the other countries with iPhone, they'll be like, "I have iPhone, but I don't even use iMessage because everybody is on WhatsApp or
It seems like most of the world outside the United States is on WhatsApp.
But the good thing Google did is they actually got, not all of them, but a lot of the companies to agree to, I think, enable RCS on their messenger. Right. But most of them won't put Google's messaging app. Like Samsung is going to keep running with theirs.
Right.
And, but I don't know. We'll see how it works. I mean, it can't get no worse. It can't get no worse, so.
No, I think what Google's been doing and continues to do is they're taking stabs in the dark, trying to get it right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You make it sound like they developed it. They didn't. They're just making everybody else go to it. They want everybody to go to it. Yeah. And if they do, Apple's going to be the one that's left out. Because if most people have Android and I send somebody a message with an iPhone and it reverts to a text message, they're going to be the one who don't support RCS. Yeah. So theirs will be, like they said in the article, they'll be the green bubble. So they're either going to have to.
Adam had the little guy.
That's Hello stickers. I don't see any in there.
Oh no! You gotta go over. There's more. Yeah.
I just found a screenshot online.
Oh, okay.
I don't really have it on there.
Oh, okay. They're going to be the ones who are left out. So either Apple's going to support it or they're not. But
I'm still upset. I'm still upset they got what they did to Hangouts. I think Hangouts was the great
Hangouts was.
We're using it now.
Yeah, but Hangouts was too.
What? But they could have modified it.
Not complicated. Not complicated, but it was. I don't know.
I don't think it was complicated.
Not at all.
I think we've been using it for the family for years now, haven't we, Adam?
Yeah, and if she's not here, is she? If my mom can figure it out.
But I don't remember. Did Hangouts, when it had SMS, it didn't thread them all into one conversation, right?
I don't. I never remember.
I don't think it did. Like if you were on the computer versus you were on the phone, would it thread them all into one conversation?
No. They were broken.
It wouldn't do it because it do it by email. That's what they got to do. And the from what they're seeing, the messages app is going to have something where you can enter in your email. So maybe it's going to tie in.
Yeah, could be.
Oh, it's a shame
that. Sorry, breaking news. Will might have a point.
You see? Okay. Did you see that?
Yes, I see
it. That's all right up in there.
Yeah, because they let you make your own stickers. Wasn't nobody from here making no sticker for that.
No.
I went through that sticker thing one time, and I said, I won't be using none of these.
So now you're sticking it to us, eh?
So,
no, Mom is here. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Mommy. I love you.
Carol, Adam deserves a beating.
Oh, my. That escalated. Great. She comes in just in time to see that. That's because I put this out on Facebook for you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Kurt says he agrees with Mike with Hangouts. Now it's loaded with spam. I don't see spam in Hangouts. Is there?
I haven't seen spam.
They have people say there's bots in there.
Oh well.
Okay.
You can run into bots.
There's bots everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's going to be hard to really get people to try this out because I made a comment to somebody about the same
Mike,
thing.
That's Mike. It's not going to be hard to get nobody to try it out because it's on your phone. It's your messaging app. That's all it is.
It was on your phone too, and nobody tried it.
No. Listen, when you go to your text messaging app on your Pixel, Mike, it's going to be there. It's going to get updated, and if you send me a message, whenever they flip the switch or do whatever they're doing, it's going to be already. You're not going to have to do nothing. You don't got to sign up. You don't have to download. You don't do nothing. It's just going to be there. The only reason they didn't do it like iMessage is because then they would be forcing you to use that as your text app, or you would lose the service. If they sent it through Google servers, they would be forcing you to use Android messages, or you know what I mean.
My point is, at least here in the Americas, I think everybody defaults to Facebook Messenger.
Not me.
Not me. I never use that stuff.
I understand, but I'm saying the common consumer again.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I don't think so, Mike. Because
you don't think so?
All right, because like I use Facebook with people that I don't talk to on the phone. If I talk to you on the phone, I'll text you.
Right. Well,
Facebook is good right now. Facebook is good if I wanted to send you a long video because you'll get it at full resolution. But then again, I could use Hangouts. But just like we always say, you know how it is. Sometimes you'll send me a message on Hangouts, and if it's not Friday, I might not check it for the whole week because nobody's using it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what are we using then? What are we all using? What do we prefer to use?
For texting, I use Android messages.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So if everybody's using it, when they flip the switch, everybody's using it.
That's true. I want to.
Even if you have Samsung, you're using it because it's going to be baked into those phones.
I want to shoot in what Carol said as a punishment. She said, time out for Adam with no computers for a week. What do you think, George? And Adam said, Mike won't like that. It'll make his Wednesday night difficult. And that's true. That was the right answer, Adam.
Yeah.
Especially that computer.
Yeah. No, Mom, don't punish him.
At least I get a one-night reprieve.
Mom, take his ketchup away.
Mike, I think I saw on the Twitter, did you get another kill on PUBG?
You got another chicken dinner.
I got a chicken dinner yesterday.
Posted again.
Yeah.
How are you so good at that?
Mike, you need to explain to me and maybe some other. What is PUBG? Tell me about.
He got me playing it.
You got it. We and I got to talk. We got to see where.
I'm not good at it though. It's getting me frustrated because of the,
Well, explain it to me.
Well, I did get a couple kills though.
PUBG is basically 100 guys jump out of a plane, go to an island. You shoot at each other. There is a barrier that shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. If you're on the other side of the barrier, it sucks your life and it would kill you. And basically, you're the last man standing.
Okay.
That's how I got a winner chicken dinner.
Okay.
George, it's like you get guns and you can get armor and you get cars. They got cars. And you be jumping through windows. It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they made a different game that's based between that and a little bit of Minecraft called Fortnite. That's supposed to be a little bit safer for kids. It still has
Fortnite is huge. That thing's everywhere on PS4, on everything.
Yeah, so there's still shooting, but there's like no blood to the impacts and all, and you can like build yourself structures.
That makes sense.
Hide behind.
You can see I don't game a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Mike got me playing it because I'm like, what is he talking about? PUBG?
I'm gonna have to try it too.
I could never play a game like that on a phone.
That's why I don't like it, because it's on the phone.
Well,
Mike, you need to
get the real person.
Mike, what do you mean, on the computer?
Yeah.
I don't game on the computer. It's too much work when you gotta always upgrade your this. I got a PS4. Mike, you need to go take that $250, go get a PS4. You go get Call of Duty. Mike, you go get Call of Duty. Your wife will never be able to watch the TV.
She won't.
There's the TV right there.
There you go.
I'll be right up here. I'll be right up here. My wife will never see me again. Okay.
Nice.
All right, Mike, you're skipping the G6. We're going to GameStop. Call of Duty.
Okay. Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That's another addictive game, I hear.
Yeah.
So.
Now we're breaking out into gaming talk.
Yeah.
There we go.
We need to talk about Telegram a little bit.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Telegram?
Now, Telegram is what we tend to communicate with each other with for these live broadcasts. And in Russia, the thing with Telegram is it's encrypted end to end.
Yeah.
So that means the entire thing is encrypted. Well, in Russia, they don't like that. And they specifically told Telegram, and the guy who invented Telegram is a Russian who doesn't live in Russia anymore. And they specifically told the Telegram, you need to unencrypt this. Well, he said no, flat out no.
Oh, no way.
So Russia cannot see what the citizens are saying in there. So they went to their own Supreme Court, and their own Supreme Court sided with the government. So
George,
Telegram may be banned in Russia.
Did you see the photo that they had?
No.
The owner put a photo out looking like Putin with the horse with no shirt on. Yeah, you got to see it. It was pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh,
so that's another government and software company.
But this is, I think, the second or third time Telegram gets banned a lot, because I know we don't never get into it, but there's a lot of rooms and stuff on there that have illegal stuff. So I think that's because even on iPhone in the App Store, they banned Telegram X, the first version of it. They said
what I read about Telegram itself is because it's encrypted end to end, if they decrypt it anywhere, it's decrypted everywhere, and they're not doing that.
Yeah, they said there's a lot of, like, I guess, illegal stuff going on there. So a lot of countries, I think, try to keep it out.
Yeah.
But the biggest messaging ones is WhatsApp. Am I right?
Right, that's the biggest
I
one in
think
the
WhatsApp
world.
is the biggest one. Yeah.
By far.
And Telegram's not far behind.
WhatsApp is Facebook, right?
Yeah.
They
I
bought
read
them.
some words.
Yeah.
Facebook owns everything.
Yeah.
Facebook owns everything. Instagram,
I think they bought WhatsApp and Instagram in the
God.
same year, I think.
Yeah, they bought everything.
So, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see this article, courtesy of Adam.
Oh, what did I do?
You sent me the one about the iPhone.
Oh, cool. I helped.
I have it. Yeah, I got it.
Apple's new iPhone cancellation suddenly makes sense. The title of the article.
Okay. I didn't see that article, but I'm looking
They're
at
talking about the X, right? They're canceling the 10 because they don't want you to buy that one. They're smart.
Oh, they're like canceling the 9s.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know
there is no 9.
I don't know that article.
I didn't read it, but I thought what they were talking about was, Apple does usually what Apple does is when the new one comes out, you can still buy the old one. Right. They're not letting you buy the 10 once the new one comes out. That's how they're going to keep they're going to make you go to the next
phone. They're pulling a OnePlus, in other words.
Yeah. They're smart. But you know what? That's why OnePlus, if you go look on Swapper, you probably got to pay $550 for a 5T. Because you can't get it.
Yeah, it says here, new reports obtained by Mac Rumors, KGI Securities, acclaimed analyst Ming Chi.
Want me to read this, Mike, for you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Reveals Apple has been able to do something so remarkable with his exciting new iPhone that the company can soon cancel the iPhone X and any plans for the iPhone 9 and iPhone 9 Plus.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah, well, he's saying maybe there were. Reveals Apple's been able to. Oh God! Now I'm trying to skim and put.
Mike, take it away.
Yeah, go, Mike. I'm just trying to skim and make it all make sense to you guys instead of just reading an article.
Well, it just says that this would be a stunning breakthrough. The new model in question would only carries the same core design as the iPhone 10, but increased screen size to 6.1 inches and features full Face ID facial recognition.
Smaller notch. That's what they're going for. And they said they're going to have 3 models, and I think the 2 lower ones are just going to have different screens.
And when is this supposed to come to fruition?
September, I think. iPhone is always September.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's about the time when the LG G7 thing will come out.
Yeah.
You saw my response, right?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. That's what they do. They announce it in March or April. Goes on sale in December. Commercial comes in June. Yeah,
I can tell you last year I bought the G6 and I bought the V30, and they're only 6 weeks behind from announcement.
6 weeks? Oh, that's nothing.
That's a long. That is a long time.
Three other phones come out in that period of time.
Exactly.
They're crazy.
And
LG's the worst.
Now, here's the thing. Talk about phone releases. And I'm sorry, I'm going to go back to the Moto G6. I mean, they announced it now, and I don't think the phones are due to come out until sometime in May.
In May, but keep in mind, May is only less than 2 weeks away.
But it's I've seen phone releases and Mike
Samsung. Mike wants it like Apple. The phone released September.
Only Samsung and Apple at that instant.
September 10th. Right. And then you can buy the phone on the 19th in the Apple store. You can start lining up on the 14th.
Yeah, they don't do that Apple and Samsung can do that. The rest of them, they're usually a week or two. So this is not unreasonable.
Everybody can do it. The problem is LG does the same thing every year. They have the worst releases every year. It's terrible. Even Google, when they first came out, I think they announced the phone in October, and you can buy it you can pre-order it the first week in November or something that.
That's
they're terrible at LG. I don't know what they're doing.
They're the worst. Yeah, they make you wait longer than anybody. It's usually by the time they release the phone, people are starting to lose interest already. Yeah.
They're making you a demon, Adam. That's how.
Demonizing and targeting
to Kirk.
It says demonizing.
That's what Kirk said. That Facebook
I know,
is targeting YouTubers.
They're making you a demon. That's what I said.
Well, yeah, but I mean, how so though? Like, are they specifically targeting them to try and kick them off Facebook? We're having another conversation now. Sorry.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. You know,
Adam, you got what's that? You got that graphic still up?
I do. Oh no.
Oh, you do.
I forgot to hit that transition. Sorry.
I was going to say, wait a minute.
I still had the Russian thing up.
That's why you want to get demonetized.
Isn't that Russian collusion? Never mind.
I was looking around. I was trying to find that picture that.
Mike, what did you think about T-Mobile?
Which one?
Did you see that? I was going to comment on your T-Mobile Tuesday because I think you post on Facebook. Somebody posted something that said, "This is good" or something, and I was going to post on there. Now, if they could only make your phone calls go through. You didn't see it? It said,
I love my T-Mobile.
Yeah, they got in trouble for making the phone sound like it was ringing in places that don't have no service. They got fined like $40 million.
Oh, yes, they did.
Me and Shallow were talking about it. Then I told him, I said, now watch tomorrow, AT&T and Verizon. And look what happened today. They're in trouble today with the government investigating something they did.
That's right.
Crazy.
Wait,
yeah, they said
they get in trouble.
In Verizon wireless solution.
Yeah.
Because they have this thing called what? Where did I see it?
The article was like, it just popped up this afternoon, like late this afternoon.
It sounds so weird to me that that's a thing that you can sue for.
Oh, because they have this eSIM now, which is built into some phones, which will allow you to switch from one carrier to another without even changing the SIM card. And the government's looking into whether AT&T and Verizon are trying to kill that.
Yeah, but no, you know what? I think they like it.
No. This is saying that they're trying to kill it because they don't.
Because look, it's like with the Pixel. The Pixel has an eSIM in it. Now, let's say they put an eSIM in all the phones, and you can't yourself just pull the SIM card out. Ask Mike about putting a phone on Verizon. Just imagine if Verizon phones had eSIMs, and every time you want to switch carriers, you have to call the carrier, speak to them on the phone, and they have to approve your phone. Right now, I have AT&T. If I want to switch phones, I just take my SIM card out and put it in the next phone.
Well, see, this article is saying the opposite.
It seems like they would have liked it. When the Pixel was announced with an eSIM, everybody went crazy. Oh, my God, I don't want no eSIM because it's good for the carrier. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, they're saying
it seems like it's a little more controlling.
The carrier has more control.
Control over, right.
I put my SIM in the Pixel.
Yeah.
No, the second one. The second one has an eSIM in it.
Yeah,
it has an eSIM and a regular SIM.
I like switching my SIM and just change it from one phone to another.
Right, and that's why I like T-Mobile too. There's no hassle.
Right.
I know on my G5 Plus, which is on Sprint, if I want to switch phones, I got to call them and tell them, hey, I'm switching phones. Right. I can still use the same SIM, but then I got to give the EMI numbers.
Right. And that's one thing I love about T-Mobile too, because I'm always getting new phones every couple of months. I just pop my SIM into the next one and keep going. You know?
And there have been some deals in the past that tease me about, like Metro PCS. The same thing. You got to go through. You got to call them. You got to ask them to switch it and all.
Metro PCS, you got to pay. Somebody at my job was getting me to unlock those Motorola phones.
Right.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, put your SIM card in it and we can make sure it's unlocked. He said, oh, no, if I switch it, they charge me $15.
Do they
switch to another phone? Yeah, that's what he told me. Yeah. Seems like the eSIM
that seems like that's against the law.
See, the Un-carrier sounds better than me.
You know why? I bet you it's not, Mike, because if you call them, you're paying for them to type in your IMEI number.
Yeah, exactly.
When they switch your thing over, you got to pay for it.
That's ridiculous.
So, but that's why I don't see why they would be opposed to the eSIM. It seems like AT&T and Verizon would like it because they have more control over your phone. You can't. Just think about it, Mike. If your phone has, or George, if your phone has an eSIM, you can't just go to the carrier, to unlock her or whatever it's called and get your phone unlocked because it's an eSIM. They're tracking your phone.
I didn't get that impression because it sounded to me like because AT&T and Verizon are against it, you could just change phones and it wouldn't matter.
That's different then. I never heard of it,
Yeah,
like with the Pixel 2, if I want to go on Project Fi, I call Google and they activate the eSIM in my phone. If I want to switch back to AT&T, I can put the SIM in it. There's 2 SIMs. Okay. But if there's just the eSIM, I don't know how.
It sounds like this eSIM thing will let you go anywhere. It sounds, and it's because it also says it would make it easier when you're traveling to switch from carrier to carrier. You know?
How's that easier than taking your SIM card out and putting another SIM card in?
Well,
because the carrier.
I guess if it switches carriers automatically, you don't have to do anything.
Like, just imagine if I take my SIM card and I say I want to go to Verizon, I got to call Verizon and hope they approve my phone. And you know what I mean? If I have my SIM card, I take my SIM card out and put it in there.
Right.
They don't got to know nothing.
Right.
Well, I know Verizon was tough about putting a phone on their network.
Here, Mike.
That they don't approve, yeah.
Yeah. But now, like when we did Adams, there was nothing to it. So, but they're probably on the impression that he's still on the Apple phone.
They might be, yeah.
Oh, hi, Pat.
So does that matter?
You might still have iMessage.
Well, I mean, iMessage isn't through.
No, I'm just playing.
All right. I was like, "Ooh, I can do that."
Yeah, that would be nice, right?
Yeah.
I had a thought and I lost it.
Uh-oh.
It was surprisingly.
George, turn on Find My Thoughts.
Exactly.
Carriers to lock the device to a certain network, even though the phone was using that.
Is Mike just talking to himself again?
I'm trying to read up on his article. I found one that didn't have much in there.
That's crazy because when I remember, even Jay Will did a video about the eSIM when it first was announced for the Pixel, because everybody was like outraged, like this is the end of the world. There's going to be an eSIM. And he was like trying to explain to people, like with the Pixel, it's not going to be, because he was like, I hope it doesn't have an eSIM, because he didn't want to have the hassle of not being able to just switch your card.
But see,
and what they did was they put an eSIM and a micro SIM. So
this article is saying the eSIM technology, which was introduced in early 2016, is embedded into mobile phones and other devices so that people do not need SIM cards anymore.
Yeah, so but okay, so
I think the ultimate idea is nobody needs a SIM card.
Yeah, I understand it, but still,
I don't think you have to call anybody. Then it sounds
you do. Instead of right now, me taking my unlocked Pixel and going to Sprint and just getting a SIM card, I gotta call Sprint and say, "This is my number. Can you please accept me on your network?"
And I'm thinking the idea behind this is that eliminates that phone call you just hit switch somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, but
no,
this
I don't think it's going to be like that.
That gives the carrier a way to say we don't take that phone. Like that's like with
that's true.
With Verizon, when everybody had the Nexus, the 6P, people were trying to get that on Verizon, and Verizon wasn't accepting it.
Yes, they were.
Right. They were saying no, and people would have to lie and use a different
they had to go through all kinds of hassle.
And some people succeeded, but I don't think it would ever work like it worked.
But that's what I'm
T-Mobile and AT&T.
That's what I'm saying. So if you only have eSIMs, how is that bad for the carrier? That's good for them. It's bad for us.
It's almost bad. It's almost as bad as me trying to switch phones on Sprint, because that's the other thing that kept me on this phone is because the hassle. Yeah. It was a hassle just to switch, and then you now Will telling me about Metro PCS. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. I mean, I believe it, but that's not right. That's not right.
That was my thought. How many numerals in a IEMI? 15. You're paying $1 for every finger type in.
Yeah, but even one of my friends told me he had a unlocked S9, and when he went, I think when he sold it, when he gave it to the other guy, when the guy went to put it on, it wasn't T-Mobile. I forget if it was Sprint or one of them. They charged him $35 to get a new SIM card.
That's terrible.
35, and you're keeping your service. It don't even make sense.
That used to be pretty standard with even T-Mobile used to do that.
AT&T has never. AT&T never charged me for a SIM card.
Okay.
I don't even think I would get it if they try to charge me for a SIM card. I tell them I'm canceling, because you're keeping your service. They're not doing nothing.
Yeah.
All they're doing is activating your SIM card. That's it.
I agree with
T-Mobile now.
And but the thing with the T-Mobile, let me just tell you guys, I've done it a few times, and what I do is I'll pay for it, and then I go and call customer care at T-Mobile.
Yeah,
and say,
tell them no.
I do, and they
exactly.
they issue a credit. They do issue a credit on my account. So in one way, it washes it out. I do get it for free.
Yeah, but do you know how many thousands of people don't do
that? Yeah.
So they just get money. They just try to charge for everything. Yeah. And then if you call and put up a stink at all, they're like, all right, whatever.
This is why I buy almost all unlocked phones. I just pop my SIM in, and who cares? You know,
charging you for a little piece of plastic. It's crazy. Exactly.
Yeah, they did that when I switched over from the AT&T just recently to onto T-Mobile just last week, and I just did exactly that. It ain't the first time I've done it. Matter of fact, I had to get a new SIM for my son when he had to get the nano SIM from a micro SIM, and on both occasions. As soon as the deal was done, I called customer care and told them about what went on, and they said, "Okay, no problem. You're a good customer," and they just issue credit on my bill.
A nano SIM? The regular SIMs aren't small enough. We need smaller SIMs.
That's what you got. That's what you got yours, Adam. Nano SIM.
Oh,
almost all my phones are nano.
Oh, okay. All right. So mine are nano. Okay.
Right. There was a larger SIM.
I was like, they're smaller than mine. I was worried about dropping mine. It would just be gone forever.
Now think of it this way, Adam. Nano. I couldn't resist that.
Dude.
Oh man.
Nobody young is going to know what the heck I meant.
I know.
Ronald Williams was the best.
Yeah, he was.
Kurt says it's a corporate trick with the eSIMs. I agree with you, Kurt. I agree.
Yeah, but so what phone has an eSIM on AT&T?
Somewhere I thought it said in this article.
It must be. What's the name of that phone that opens up with the two things of a Game Boy Advance? What is that phone called, Mike? What is that phone?
I don't know that.
Two-screen?
Maybe that one. Nobody uses that, so nobody knows if it has an eSIM or not.
The
what is that thing called? The one they made it because of DirecTV.
The XMM.
Yeah, nobody uses that one, so nobody knows it has an eSIM in it. That's why.
By gadget makers, including Apple, Google, and Microsoft, and they mentioned the Apple Watch 3, the Google Pixel 2,
the Apple Watch has an eSIM.
The Apple Watch,
the Apple Watch, the LTE one has an eSIM in it. Okay. And you know what else? I guess my Gear Watch has an eSIM.
Okay.
Because it's tied to AT&T. It has a SIM in it. So
and it says the Microsoft Surface has it too.
But I think it's only the one that's sold in AT&T because you can buy it from AT&T the computer.
Right.
But it's not the phone. Or what'd you say? You said the iPhone?
Yeah, they got there. It says iPhone 10.
Okay.
That doesn't have an eSIM.
They're saying it does.
I took my SIM card right out of the phone and switched it to any.
Well,
unless it's in there.
Well, I think you can't.
But you know what? What was the other network? Verizon.
Yeah. If Verizon's in trouble too.
Okay, yeah. You know what? When he got his iPhone 10, he said they had to put a new SIM in it, but he didn't say it was an eSIM. They still put a SIM card in it. It wasn't like an electronic SIM card.
And C. Butler makes the point that carriers want you to use their phones. That's why they always have those port over specials. That makes sense.
Yeah.
They make
sometimes
money on
the deal's too good to be true. Sometimes the deal's real good though, and they save half.
Yeah.
When you save half, you just pay it off and then unlock it.
That's why I keep buying my phones unlocked.
I
got a quick question. Are we in the midst of changing the topic here?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. The LG G7 ThinQ, is that any good?
It's probably
that's Mike's next phone.
Yeah,
he's gonna buy it next year when it comes out.
Yeah,
when it's available for
sale.
Announcing
in May, it'll be out in January. You know,
it's going to be the next step up from an LG V30, and I love my LG V30.
I don't know that
it's going to be expensive too. Count on it.
Is it going to reboot like the V20?
Yeah, the reboots come pre-installed from the factory.
Here you go.
Well, I just saw an article that said it's getting a dedicated button for Google Assistant.
Yeah, another Bixby. Oh God,
it's like Bixby, but I think it's specifically for the camera and the camera alone. I think.
Well, no, it's getting a hardware dedicated Google Assistant button.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay.
Well, wasn't there talk about LG making their own assistant?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. I think they're making their own assistant. That's what that button is going to be for.
It's going to be for AI stuff in the camera, which I think is just nonsense.
No, I think it's just for their assistant, because the AI in the camera I think is going to work like Huawei, where it's just going to do it automatically, and then the LG the button is going to be.
Anyway, to answer your question, Adam, I think it's going to be a very good phone, but it's probably going to cost $700-800 too.
Ouch! Yeah. But all right, cool. I just saw that thing, and yeah, according to this article here, it's going to be for Google Assistant, the button.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I wonder what the long price is going to be on the home button.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know. That's right, because that's already there. That's built in there by Google.
Right.
Adam, just stick with the Pixel. You won't like the LG.
Okay.
The UI. You won't like it.
I have to agree with Will on this 100% because the user interface on LG is a little rough. Well, you experienced it too.
Of course, I love my LG V30 and my G6, but of course, I immediately put the Google launcher on both of them.
So. Right, you changed the launcher on.
So there you go. You might as well have got a Pixel and got the free storage.
I already have
the free photo storage.
Did you guys see Paul Tech's video on the V20 getting some kind of update?
I saw it was out there. I didn't get a chance to look at that one.
Okay.
What was it about, Mike?
I don't know. I was wondering what it was about because I still haven't gotten a stinking update on my V20.
I was about to say, Mike's like, I didn't get my update.
No, I didn't get mine. I think in the title he said it was nougat. It was nougat. I think he said 7.1.
Nougat.
Oh no! You know what? Oh, that reminds me too. There was a piece I almost brought over about Verizon pushed out an update
and didn't put it out.
No, they put what's that? What's that, Will? They put it out. They put it out as Oreo, and it turned out to be a nougat.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh,
yeah. They said Verizon was supposed to put out the S7 to Oreo, and they never pushed it out either.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was the S7. I think it was.
It was the S7.
Right.
Oh, and tying into that, remember you guys talked about the other day, I talked about it on my Sunday broadcast, they're pushing out these phony security updates. Well, I listened to Android Central's podcast, and Jerry Hildebrand, he is the knowledgeable guy on this stuff, and he said that entire article was very misleading, and they talked about missing security updates to phones that didn't even have what that security update was for. So he said he made it sound like the article was about half right and about half misleading.
Yeah, because he's just like he said, that company is trying to push their app.
Exactly.
They want you to buy their app to see what your phone needs or something. Yeah. Some nonsense. You know what? If you go get the Pixel, every 5th of the month you'll have that security update.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what Adam's plans are, but I know he showed an interest in. I'm just speaking. Adam, you seem quite interested in my existing Pixel.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to be stuck on a Pixel 1.
Right, I understand.
But now he goes to snobbery again.
Yeah.
You need to listen. Just like I told Mike when he got the S7. I forget what phone you had before that, Mike, but I said, Mike, when you go to the pool in the summer and you can take your phone around the water and get it wet and take pictures, you're going to say, how did I ever live without it? That's why you need to get the Pixel 2. That's the only thing that was wrong with the 1. It wasn't waterproof.
Yeah.
Now you get the water resistant.
He can throw his phone in the pool?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
My LG V30
Next time I
can
see him,
hang
I'm
around
just dumping it in the toilet.
One Plus can hang around the pool. My S9 can hang around the pool.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, I miss wireless charging. I miss the ability to be closer to, you know, the water. You know, I was taking it to the shower, the S7 Edge.
Yeah.
What kind of pictures were you taking with that?
I wasn't taking no pictures.
We don't want to see them. Okay?
Mike's gonna get us flagged on YouTube.
Hey.
Eric Mulder. He's in the room talking to Adam.
Eric. Hey, man. Yeah, he's one of my guys.
Okay.
Yeah, he says the Pixel 2 XL. Well, I got a free Pixel for my brother, so free Pixel's better. I think I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
Free Pixel always wins.
Oh yeah, but Adam, you know, definitely, please don't just go and use that phone as a trade-in to get the Pixel 3.
All right, cool.
That's what I would do. Yeah.
Oh, Eric. Okay, Eric, you
yeah,
Eric
he works with me.
I'm catching up on some of the chat here, so So I take it Eric has a Pixel.
Pixel
Yes.
2 XL.
I forget. I get too confused when we're talking about things. I know that he's an Android guy, and I'm almost certain he does have the Pixel. And now he's going to yell at me probably because I can't remember. But when you got Mike for a brother, you can't keep phones straight.
Ooh,
but
your fault, Mike.
Yeah, he does love his phone, and he loves taking pictures. Like he just went away to Florida a little while ago. A Pixel 1 XL. Hey, I got the same phone as you now.
Okay.
And he loved showing off his pictures for his phone, setting it right up with the Google Photos and everything. So it was great.
Well, you should run out and get a Pixel 2 so you can get ahead of Adam.
No, don't do that, Eric.
There's a guy on Google Plus. He posts the most amazing looking pictures of his kids. I don't know how he does it every time. All his photos look good.
Well, maybe he's using the pro modes. You know.
Well,
right, he's using the Pixel. It's just that portrait mode is crazy.
Yeah,
it's the portrait mode. Plus, there's people that just know how to take a good picture.
You know what? I asked him. Yeah. I said, I said, you know photography? And he said, no, I just have good lighting in my kitchen. I said, all your pictures look crazy.
That's awesome.
All right, I gotta get that stuff then. What? No? All right, it's
just like the one Mike took of who's the Adam's son, right?
Yeah, well, his
that
kids.
Picture was crazy.
Yeah,
that picture looked so good.
Great, yeah,
that one was good. Yeah, the portrait.
I told Mike that needs to go on a frame. It needs to be in a frame. That picture was
you
really
said
good.
The guy just has good lighting. Well, now you're talking studio. Adam's going to have to go out and buy some more lights now.
I can't buy more lights. I got this giant light up over here.
Yeah, it lights up the room.
Here, hold on. I bet you I can do this.
Give him a shot. There we go.
My screen's just gonna white out. Look at that.
Wow.
I don't.
That looks like a Samsung camera.
It's like we said, lighten up, Adam, and he did.
Okay. All right, George. Things are getting rough in here now.
Man. Hey, Adam, let me ask you. You see your friend that had the he bought a bunch of SE phones.
Yes, and he moved up to a Pixel 2 for himself.
Yeah,
like they had a lot of weird stuff going on. But I'm starting to back work at that area again.
Now you said a bunch of X. You mean at once or one at a time?
No, at a single time he bought. I think it was 2 of them because the like Costco or BJ's, wherever it was he was going, he ended up getting money back. Like he got the phone and whatever kind of discounts were with the Apple for the deal, and he also got a deal through Costco money back. So he ended up like getting phones and $50 or something like that. And but like
they were phones for the kids, right, Adam? You said they eventually went to the kids.
Well, they eventually went to the kids. They were going to be for the whole family, but they didn't have enough in stock. I think he was looking for 4 of them, and so he ended up getting 2 of them and 1 of something different. Because I don't understand exactly how it happened, but all the phones went at the same time.
But that's a guy who knows how to make a deal. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's right.
No. The guy who makes the deals right there. I'm looking at him right there.
I'm thinking this guy beat Will.
I just know how to go to Target and get the gift card, and then I go sell my gift card for cash and lose like $10. You know, you gotta wait for the sales.
He's working the system big time.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he does. Yeah, he certainly is.
Yeah,
Never pay full price.
I wish I was more disciplined like that, because one of the deals with the new computer I got was it was on the shelf at Best Buy. I'm the type that I need the instant gratification. Like I could go,
me too.
I probably could have found a better deal for this, but that anything that involves shipping of something of the magnitude of a desktop computer, I don't want to deal with. Because you know it's going to come, and it's going to come with the rainiest part of the day. No one's going to be there to pick it up, and they won't leave it because you got to sign for it. And
I'm like you, Adam. I want what I want. I want it now.
Yeah, when my wife finally finished the taxes and I knew what we were getting back, I was like, I'm out. Boom.
That's like, I think with the S8, I think I pre-ordered that at like 3 stores. And waited to see who had the best deal, and Sam's ended up having the best deal on it. I think I got like a $200 gift card, or $250, I think it was. I sold it and got like $228.
Cool.
Of my money back. Yeah, I sold the gift card.
So, since he knows how to work these, I'd like to audit his tax return.
Yeah. What? Oh no, I don't get no money back. I got $700 back, and then owed the state $522.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it's almost a wash.
I did good this year. Yeah, compared to last year.
I do that dumb thing where I let the government take extra money out all year just so I have a windfall at the end.
So you make it feel like you got something back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the last 2 years, I started going. Since I retired, I started going to an actual accountant, and he knows how to get me money back and get it back legally. So I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
Hey, Adam, look what I'm wearing today, Adam.
Oh, all right.
There you go.
We did
T-Mobile
Tuesday in a row, and he didn't
That's
have
right.
it.
I broke it out.
Adam,
today.
you been getting your deals from T-Mobile?
No, I don't have the phone anymore.
No.
Oh, he's not on T-Mobile?
No.
I'm on
He only
Verizon.
wants one phone.
Oh, he's on Verizon.
Yeah.
I picked up my bag this week. We thought it was going to be a cheap bag. Turned out to be a pretty nice bag.
Nice bag. But George, I got 2 because I got 2. I got the lines, and Mom got one because Mom's got the tablet.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
George, you're not ex-military, are you?
No, I'm not.
Oh, because T-Mobile just came out with deals for ex-military.
Yeah, I saw that.
I thought that was anytime they give the military something, that I'm right on board with that, 100%.
Oh yeah.
So what else good we got, guys? That was pretty much all the topics I think up.
We're out of topics.
There's no more? Nothing else?
Let's see here. Mike is not getting the. Oh, see, no. I was going to say it. I'm here at Google Plus right now. I see all the Moto G stuff. I ain't getting that. No.
Will did send an article about analysts worrying that Apple iPhone sales are even worse than they thought.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, that was later, too.
Yeah, their stocks are down big this week.
Well, they're saying they have a disappointing,
what they go from
disappointing forecast, and it's going to be even worse than they thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, they.
Oh, here we go. What about they're trying again, T-Mobile and Sprint. They're trying to merge.
Again?
No, please, no.
What?
No.
They're trying to merge T-Mobile and Sprint.
It's like
it'll be good, though, if they merge.
Just to give us something to talk about.
Yeah,
Sprint's network sucks, but T-Mobile's is pretty good, so I guess it'll get a little better.
Yeah, let's hope they don't drag Sprint down.
Hey George, you had the Xperia XA2, right?
Yes,
just the XA2.
Yes.
Apparently, I want to see what's it saying is a deal. $319. Is that a deal?
Just barely, maybe $30 off.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's okay. But I can tell you the XA2 has lagging issues. Not terrible, but always noticeable.
Okay, it's at Amazon. The blue one and the black is for $302 now.
That, I think, is a deal.
Oh, okay.
That's what it should have cost in the first place.
All right, drop that link in the show notes.
Yeah. And I saw somewhere the essential phones now $350 again.
Yeah, I saw that too. I just cannot bring myself to have interest in this. I have yet to see a picture from an essential phone that I like. I don't care how many times people show them to me.
What do you think? Is Essential going to? What is this? Is their second year? Are they going to make a phone this year?
I'm thinking they wouldn't keep. They keep posting stuff on Instagram and Twitter, so I'm thinking
they're always doing the updates. They're right on the heels of Google posting bringing out the updates.
It's just about
That's
stock,
true.
but
That's true.
what happened with
what happened
to their
a whole lot? But so far I have not seen one picture from anybody on YouTube with a picture that I think is good. You know,
what happened to their Essential Hub and their Essential Friends or whatever? What was that thing? All that
the
stuff
attachment
died.
they were supposed to have never came out. They came up with their motor camera, and that's all that ever came out.
That's what makes me scared to even consider a phone like that.
I agree.
I've never seen an Essential phone in person. Never.
Alan had a lot of coverage on it. Jay Will had.
I've never seen nobody using it. You know, like outside or.
Yeah. No. Jay Will's wife, I think, uses it, and she likes it a lot.
Hey guys,
he probably gave it.
I gotta drop out for 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He probably gave it to her. I've never seen nobody I know that would go buy it, or nobody that I would come in contact with.
Yeah, the only people I know that have it are YouTubers. That's true.
TJ wants to says anybody see his comment? TJ, the only comment I thought I saw.
Seen it.
I apologize. I thought I saw you're going to get the Google Pixel 2 XL 128 gig.
Oh, okay. Okay.
How much
will that cost?
Yeah, I know. Where were you going to get it from too? You know,
go to Swapper.
Well, if you go to Swapper, you'll get a deal.
Yeah, you get a deal over there. So, but
I think Google might have discounted it like $100, something like that.
It wouldn't be enough to get me to buy it. Not since I bought the Galaxy S9. So.
They got it. Well, they probably got to get rid of the stock, and then because they should be gearing up. IO is
gear up. That's true.
When's IO next? Is it 2 weeks away?
Next month.
3 weeks?
Isn't IO beginning of June? I thought.
No,
I thought it was May.
No, it's May.
May. Last year it was on our vacation. It was a week before Memorial Day. At least I know.
Yeah,
that's what I thought I saw. So, and there was some talk about some guys were talking about what was that feature with the camera where it was able to, if you're taking a picture.
Oh, okay, it could make stuff disappear. Yeah,
make it. And they haven't really done. They haven't done anything with that, have they?
They previewed it, but they haven't put it out. So maybe that'll be one of the things. I think they're going to announce that. Yeah, like if you were taking a picture and a fence was in your way, you can make the fence disappear.
Oh, I remember that. Yes, yeah, and then it just went away. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they'll come with
Google I/O come with 8 through 10.
8 through 10.
I think they're going to come with that, Mike. They're going to come with the announcements for Gmail. They'll probably shut down Inbox.
Yeah.
The messages announcement.
More things about the messaging. You know.
They'll probably make some updates for Duo because you see there. I don't know if you noticed, Mike, on your contacts how they like integrated Duo into it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty smart because even if the person has, like, if they don't have Duo, but they have Hangouts, it'll put Hangouts there.
Oh, it will?
Yeah, it'll go to whatever their default.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So I think they're going to tie everything in with the email so that they can figure out,
Well, that's a smart thing to do.
That Essential phone deal's back up to $400.
That's too much.
Yeah, it's too much now.
Yeah, it was $350 earlier today.
$50 off, isn't it? Hasn't it been $450 for a while?
No, I don't know.
It was $350.
I saw Grant's tweet from earlier today.
Oh, okay.
And you go click on that link now, and they like updated it
back up. Yeah, that's right. I did see Grant's tweet. Yeah.
If I paid $700, was it $799 when it came out to get it with the camera? I would be so upset.
Yeah, think about all those people. Think about all those people who bought it when it first came out.
Yeah. It was $799, and then they had people's credit cards were getting stolen. The phones wasn't coming.
I pre-ordered it and I canceled it, and they made it good. Took about a week, but they made it good. So.
Good. Yeah, you got lucky. You dodged the bullet because the price dropped in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
$200. I think it went down to $500, right? Once all the bad camera reviews came out, everybody people were like,
in the beginning, the camera was just awful, and they have made it a lot better. I'll give them that. You know?
Yeah.
Hey George, I'm looking at your Google Plus posting of you shot pictures of your flowers on your porch.
On our deck, yeah.
On your deck there, yeah, they look great, and you know. You do a lot of photo stuff. What's up, Adam?
I don't know. I'm waiting for you. That sounds like a butt coming here.
No. I want to know.
Oh, okay.
You got a lot of phones. So you shot a lot of pictures. What do you think of the S9 camera?
I think it's the best camera I've ever had so far.
Really? And it better than a Pixel? You
had
a
keep in mind,
you had a Pixel.
Had the same Pixel Adam has. I haven't had the latest Pixel.
Mike, George didn't have the S8. The S going from the S8 to the S9, the camera wasn't a big improvement for me. I didn't really notice too much of a difference, but I don't do like the side by side like George does. And I even had the Note, which was pretty much I think the same besides the aperture. The dark light, you know, in the dark it was better. But I didn't really notice too much of a difference. I still preferred the Pixel, the way the Pixel make the photos look, even the portrait mood, everything.
Pixel 2 may be better, and you'll see some of the big shots say it is better. But since I just had the Pixel 1, this is better than that.
And definitely the front facing camera on the Pixel is way better.
Now, this morning I did a live stream going to work.
An incredible looking live stream.
That was the front-facing camera of the Galaxy S9.
And
even I was surprised at how clear it was.
I'm surprised how clear it was. Not even just for the thing, like the image looked great if you had recorded that and then uploaded it when you got onto Wi-Fi.
Right.
But the fact it was live, it was good. Yeah. I was stunned.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to come out that good, but it came out beautiful.
It really did. I mean,
front-facing camera. So
you could do that like 3 days a week.
Now, see, Adam, that's what I'm saying. This is where me and Adam are right. How could you go from that beautiful image, George, down to a Motorola front-facing camera?
Because my subscribers want to see Motorola phones.
Wait.
Some Motorola phones.
And
George, I don't mean just to review it. I mean to spend your money and then use that every day.
I'll use it for a while.
Oh, keep in mind, I couldn't do it.
Right behind me.
You got 15 phones.
There are 14 phones in this room right now. All I'd say from the 6P forward. I don't get rid of
the 6P was a sweet phone. That was a sweet phone. I liked it.
Now, George, you did the camera comparison where your front-facing camera on with the Huawei SE. That video, that was really nice.
Yeah.
That turned out really nice, and that was really stable too.
Yes, it was. Well, and it doesn't have image stabilization, but it did better than what was the one I was going against?
I don't know. You did a video. You did a quick. You were talking to you had the front camera on you.
Yeah,
in your car, and then you were just
side.
Yeah. Okay. You did. I remember just how great it was. Really clear. And you know, you hit bumps in the road. You know, you couldn't tell you really hit much bumps in the. You know, not every road.
That one. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was the one with me and my wife in it.
Is that? Oh yeah, I saw that one in the rain. I saw that one. It started raining.
Yeah.
Yeah. It turned out that was impressive. But no, these pictures have me asking you because how many phones you've had. I mean, you've had a lot more phones than I've ever had.
Right.
And I'm looking at them still again, and they're really, you know, I found the S7 when I had it, when I took some pictures. I never forget the ones I took at the beach. And this is Adam. This is when you were flying a kite with Liam.
Oh yeah.
And those photos were phenomenal. And even that, I never really could say I took a bad photo with the S7. You know. So I was just curious what your thoughts were.
That's 2 years ago. These $200-$300 phones cameras, they keep getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
Because the camera on the Xiaomi Mi A1 is just about as good as this one.
TJ's asking a question. Yeah, it says, is that a bad price per month for a Pixel 2 XL?
Google Finance for $40 a month for the Pixel 2 XL.
I don't finance, so I don't. That sounds high to me, but somebody that knows.
He's getting that's 24 months, right?
And on top of that, he's getting the 128 gig version too.
Oh yeah, so I guess it sounds reasonable then when you put it that way. I forgot about that.
Yeah. And Kurt, I mean not Kurt, TJ. I want to also say though too, see if Project Fi's have any deals to help you lower that price too.
Yeah, it's $960. It's spread out over if it's 24 months.
Is that what it works out to be?
Yeah.
TJ, where do you live? Go on Swapper. There's no way you should pay $960 for that phone, and the new one's coming out in like 5 months.
Yeah,
no
that's true
way.
too.
That's true.
That's a terrible deal.
But I mean, maybe he's got a finance. Maybe he can't front it all right now.
Nah, but you can on Swapper. He'll be able to find one. Maybe. Let me see. Swapper's probably got it right now for.
Will's gonna hook you up, TJ.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
but
it would be a slight brokerage fee.
Wait, just consider though too. Some people don't want to buy used either. There people.
Yeah, but no, listen.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yo,
Mike, you know me. You buy the phone used. You tell them, "Oh, my phone's got that terrible blue tint." They'll be like, 2-year warranty. We'll ship you out a new one. That's it.
Boy, talk about working the system, man.
Oh, he does. Oh, he does.
George, I got a new Pixel. I got a scratch on my screen. Right. I told him. I said, my phone's got that dialing bug where it keeps turning off. I told him, I said, it keeps, when somebody calls me, I can't see who's calling. I said, I went through all those troubleshooting steps. Nothing worked.
One question.
He said, okay, we're shipping you out a new phone. Brand new in the box. New charger, new headphone dongle that I lost, everything.
Okay, brand new. Question is, was what you told him the truth?
It was the truth. Okay. It was the truth. Until I rolled it back. I had to roll back the drive, the update. So I had to do stuff to make it not do that.
Okay.
Here we go. Swapper, mint condition 649.
Whoa.
Mint condition 659, 670.
That's a lot better price.
Yeah, 128.
And that's the good thing about Swapper. You can get phones that are like new.
And you can bargain on there. Even, 720s ain't the highest.
So, TJ, check out Swapper.
Here we go, $590 for good condition. Then you tell them you got that bug where it's doing the blue tint. Yeah. Get you a new phone. They put the 2-year warranty, not me.
Kurt's speaking for Will right now. He says he's from experience. So you must help Kurt out with something.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Hey, George, you see that gentleman from Uruguay? How you pronounce that?
Uruguay, yeah.
That's cool. We're reaching around the world.
Thanks for coming by, Rodrigo. We appreciate it.
All right, I got an idea for a side gig for us. We buy the phones from Swapper and do the financing for our viewers.
Ooh, there you go. He's
shown that he can afford $40 a month. We buy the phone, give it to and
charge him $40 a month.
Until it's paid off with just one extra month on there for our take.
Now, the only thing we don't want to do is let Will keep the books.
Yeah.
So TJ, can you be our first guinea pig?
I'll be cooking them books.
Yeah. Somehow we'll all lose money out of this deal.
Yeah.
And their phones.
I'll be
turn
cooking
around,
those
our phones
books,
will be going. Sweet. All right, so what else, guys?
Anything else?
Oh, come on. There's got to be something. It's still early, right? Oh, God, it's almost 10.
His kids are in bed now. He's good.
Yeah.
It says 2 hours. Holy
He's
cow.
about to go play PUBG.
I'm going to have to get that now.
Yeah. Well,
George, the only problem with it is the control. That's what I don't like about it. The screen is small and the control is hard. I don't know. I can't get it.
Well, my problem is going to be the only games I actually play a little bit are NBA Jam and Mario.
Mario? What do you play Mario on?
On my phone.
How you got Mario? Yo, you mean Mario Run? I thought you had Mario. First Mario. I was about to go cut the stream off and go buy the game.
Yeah,
and they put Mario racing game with the cartoon characters.
It's just a puff of smoke where Will was a second ago.
Yeah, the only way I can get Mario is if I get an emulator. But you can do it, but it's too much work. You got to get the emulator and download the ROM, and then.
I haven't been a big game guy since Wolfenstein and Duke Nukem. Okay.
Oh wow, Duke Nukem! I remember that.
Ich mein Leben.
That game was pretty good.
Serrano, you got to reach out. We got to figure out for Will and Serrano there. How are we going to connect on this game on PUBG?
I'm not good at it though.
You say you're not going to be good. I'm not. I'll show you. I'll show you what to do.
You connect first, and then as we get into it.
Yeah. I just got to figure out how to. I know Serrano. He said to me.
I was trying to. You can put a team together, but it said you have to be like a level 5 or something to invite your friends.
Well, Mike's got to be level 5 by now. He has 2 chicken dinners.
Yeah, I'm like level 13, I think now.
Oh wow! So wait, you might be able to invite us.
You know what else you got to do? You got to look into this thing called Discord. Do you guys know about that?
I heard of it.
I heard. What's that, Adam?
It's a site that allows you to do chat, either text, but you can also connect through sound, and like a lot of people use it more for the regular gameplay on desktop computers, but you can it's like a conference call essentially, so that way you guys can
so you can talk while you're playing.
Yeah so you can be like, I'm behind that building over the red building, and then y'all can.
It works through the phone.
No, but
we need
you guys got to be close to a computer, so if you're close to a computer.
All right,
it sounds like it'd be pretty fun though.
Yeah, Adam's idea. We already got our first customer. TJ said he'll be our guinea pig. He just confirmed it. I got here black and white.
There you go.
Okay,
that's legally binding, by the way. Yeah.
Where's he live in France?
Who, TJ?
Yeah.
No. I don't know. TJ, where you live?
I thought I seen somebody saying PayPal France or something.
Oh no, PayPal Finance.
Oh, finance. Okay. I was about to say, okay.
We're Jersey guys. Reading is not our strong point.
Yeah, I'm like, PayPal in France. What?
I see. Serrano says I was the 4th person.
Oh wait.
left.
Who was it? TJ.
He got the closest to.
Oh yeah.
Serrano. Sorry,
TJ, Verizon's got a deal. Matter of fact, don't they have $300 off the Pixel if you stay with them for 2 years?
Yeah, they do.
I don't know if you already have Verizon or not, but I don't know if you want to get stuck with them either. But
Verizon I have a love-hate for Verizon. I will give them 100% credit. They do have probably the best network.
Best network. That's true.
Yeah, they do.
As far as coverage, but outside of that, they know that they got you.
They're the most controlling and the greediest.
And they are. They just grind my gear every time I had a bill. There was a bill for this. There was a fee for that and all that.
I can tell you, back in '93 and '94, and all the 17 years I lived in Florida, I was a computer consultant the vast majority of the time. Well, for over a year, I worked for GTE, who became Verizon. We screwed everybody with their bills, and nobody gave a crap.
Listen, we screwed them all, and we had fun doing it.
Now, wait, Mike, I got an idea for you.
What's that?
Oh, wait, who's your internet? Who do you have for internet?
I got Verizon.
I was about to say, why don't you try Xfinity, $45 a month for unlimited, and they use Verizon's network.
That's Comcast.
Oh, no. Let me tell you.
They use Verizon's network, don't they?
Comcast, the country's most hated company.
I have Comcast, and I hate them too, but for $45 a month for unlimited.
Hey,
we were talking about SIM cards and all. I have a coworker who's going through SIM card hell with these people, and they are horrible customer service. I wouldn't even ever. I heard
they probably don't care.
They don't have a clue. Not so much you don't care. They don't have a clue.
Oh, they don't even know what they're doing. You say?
No, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, because you're going to the same people who handle your cable box. They got to handle your.
Yeah.
So
but the price sounds good once you get it all situated. $45 a month for unlimited.
How does that work? They use Verizon's network and
they're piggybacking off Verizon's network.
Wow.
That's why I'm glad here we have fiber optic, and usually we go back and forth with Google for the fastest fiber optic in the world.
George.
Yeah.
Since I met you, you've been bragging about your fiber optic that we don't have here. We don't want to hear about your fiber optic, George.
Our government decided to do it, and they did a great job.
Oh, no, come on. Be happy for George.
Here's what I say when I see their commercials on TV. I said they're the one company, every single thing they say in their commercial is the absolute truth. And they're great at customer service. Coming from Comcast, it's like going from hell to heaven.
Hey, Will, are you agreeing that TJ should go and get the phone or wait until the Pixel 3? Is that what you were saying?
If I was him, I would wait because
that's what I think too.
If you're willing to pay that much,
he'll be 4 months or 5 months into his payment, and then they'll be like, the Pixel 3 is going to be all shiny with a new camera and a new. He's going to be stuck for.
You're going to pay through the nose for that, TJ. You know.
Yeah, you're going to be paying
unless you wait
a few months. Full price for a phone that, like what they're going for on Swapper, pay $6 something is the most.
Now, TJ, if you need a phone right now, go get a Moto G5, okay, or E5.
Moto G5 Plus.
And then dump it in Swapper.
Listen, Michael sell you the Honor. What is it?
Honor 7.
Honor 7. Give him a deal, Mike. Give him a deal.
I don't. I bought
he's
it for
got
$200.
T-Mobile.
He has T-Mobile. He don't want to be stuck with Verizon. So if you just need a phone, get the Honor 7 from Mike, and then
wait the Pixels, they'll go through their financing.
Yeah.
And remember, Mike is an honorable guy.
All right.
With a Klingon phone.
Hey, if I can make you grab your stomach, I think my job is done.
So, anybody else in the room? Who else is in the room?
Oh wait, Mike, T-Mobile don't have that deal anymore where they'll pay for half your phone or something if you buy the Pixel.
No, they did that. Yeah, they only did that for a few weeks.
Butler and TJ and maybe Rodrigo's still here.
That was a good deal. T-Mobile.
Yeah, still here. I don't know.
That was a good deal.
What's Serrano mean by what's included with the 45? What did we say?
He meant with Comcast, their phone service.
Oh, okay.
It's everything. Right. You can either choose $45 a month for unlimited or $12 a month, unlimited calls and all that, but you pay per gig $12 a month. So it's cheaper to just do the 45 and get the unlimited.
Don't they have some kind of special deal where you can pay $5 a month for just phone and text?
For Comcast? I didn't even know that.
I had heard someone maybe that. And that's kind of cool for to throw in a SIM in one of your junk phones and have
or in a tablet or something.
Yeah. So I was going to say, Adam, you were surprised to hear that they were on Verizon network.
Comcast. I don't understand how they worked a deal where that's beneficial for everyone.
Well, seems like Verizon would say no, but I guess they must be getting a nice cut.
A nice cut, but how nice can it be for like Comcast? I mean, someone has to be losing out in this deal.
But it's got to be pretty nice because Verizon, I think the cheapest plan you can get is like $70 because they charge you the line access fee. Xfinity doesn't charge you the line access fee, but you have to have their internet.
But it could be too that Comcast figured out a way to take the loss there and make it up. I mean, remember, this company owns television and movies, and so
maybe this is just their way to get their foot in the door, and they're willing to take the loss now.
It could be.
That's where you're getting screwed at because if I went to Xfinity, I'm already paying I think $100 for internet. Then I'm paying extra $145. So I guess they figure that's how they justify it because they're getting my money from internet.
Yeah.
So, but how do these MVNOs survive too?
Yeah, that's how all them do it too.
Adam, that when you were on Cricket, that was AT&T.
Okay.
I mean, Cricket owns. No, I'm sorry. AT&T owns Cricket.
Yeah.
But
so why do they still have that being a thing then?
What do you mean that being a thing?
Like, why didn't Cricket get absorbed into AT&T?
Because
they came after, didn't they?
They came quite a bit after.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, Cricket came around after AT&T's already been established, and like they bought them, right?
Yeah, they
AT&T bought them up. Why didn't they just absorb their customers? And like what's the benefit of keeping Cricket open? Like normally
they all do it. It must be more, must be a bigger moneymaker that way.
Wow.
That's the bigger question. Got it. Well,
the benefit is because on Cricket, you can go to Cricket and get one of those cheaper phones.
Right.
And you'll still pay the $45 a month. If you go to AT&T, they're going to do the strict credit check and all that. You know what I mean?
And keep in mind, all these MVNOs were started for people who couldn't afford the AT&Ts and the Springs and the Verizon,
All right.
Like, I'm sure the customer service isn't as good. And then just like I was telling you, they get you somewhere because like my friend said, you got to pay to switch your SIM card.
Yeah.
So it's
$1 per finger.
Yeah. $1 per number they type, right?
Exactly.
Keystroke.
Yeah, but Adam, all these companies, the big four, they also have their fingers in these other MVNOs.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
You've said MVNOs like 8 times now, and I'm just sitting here like I'm pretending like I know what you're talking about.
They're the smaller providers who all work off the bigger providers. That's
Mike, you got to tell Adam to go back and watch that video. What was that trash one you found? Red something. What was it called?
Red Pocket.
Oh my God.
What's this?
Red Pocket.
Mike's got a video where he did the MVNO. That one was bad.
Is it a Mike video, like one that you produced?
Yeah, it's one that Mike did.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I lost the phone number over them.
Oh, did you really?
Oh,
yeah.
He lost one of his 18 phone lines.
Nice.
Mike's got like 7 spots in my phone. I don't even know what number to call him on.
Well, how many lines do you have, Mike?
I'm like, what number do I use?
Well,
I just opened my window and scream for him. That's the best.
And Adam, MVNO is a mobile virtual network operator.
Right.
Okay. Small company.
Yeah.
Oh, Will left. Well,
I'm still here.
Okay.
Cricket, Metro, all of those.
Sweet.
Yeah. Boost. Virgin Mobile.
Yeah.
I love that. Virgin Mobile is really
Virgin Mobile is a small company.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Virgin Mobile is now Virgin.
Yeah.
Parent company. That's no small company.
Yeah, but he ain't dumb. He says, if I can stick my name on it and make money, I'm going to do that. That's what he did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
Well, I mean, he's a little bit dumb. He stayed on his private island when the hurricanes came through.
he did, didn't he?
Yeah. Of course, he stayed in his like sub-basement wine cellar and got drunk.
Probably
storm
no hurricane could get to him.
Yeah, but I mean, there's still a certain, I don't know. Yeah.
Did everybody see they caught that killer grandma?
Killer grandma? What?
Yeah, you didn't see it, that lady?
Yeah.
She like killed her husband, killed this lady that looked like her.
Oh,
they caught her last night. Yeah.
Where was she?
I think she started was it Florida? Where did she start at? I forget where she killed her husband at. Killed her husband, and I think she went to the casino.
That should be good. We don't live in Florida. They killed 2 cops today in Florida.
That's good. I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yo, Will, you see
I'm looking at 20 to life. I'll go gamble.
Yo, see where she killed that one lady and then she proceeded to wear her hat?
Yeah, she wore her hat
really?
every place she went to.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's
She wore
not
the
funny.
person she killed.
Mike, you're going to get, what's it called, demonetized? It's not funny. This is not a funny situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, she killed her.
George is hosting, right?
She killed her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thanks, Adam. Thanks for reminding
George
me.
is going to get a ton of dislikes.
It's
Yeah,
so
it's not
uplifting.
funny,
Wow.
but that was a crazy situation. She killed her and wore the hat and dressed like her and was going in all kinds, using her credit card.
I think they caught her at just 30 miles outside of Mexico. Oh no, in Texas. What's that town?
El Paso?
El Paso?
No,
San Antonio.
Wait,
Nah,
literally almost at the border.
Nogales?
Border town.
Ah, nice one, Adam. Nice one.
I forget what it's called. They were talking. I seen it on the news.
I'm glad they got it. Thank God.
Yeah. That was crazy.
So wrong. He said, Serrano says, that's so wrong, but still funny at the time.
Killer Grandma.
Yeah. Killer Grandma, yeah, next B horror movie, you know?
Yeah.
I guess that says I should stop being good at defending myself because I'm a great grandpa.
George, you always got a joke.
South Padre Island?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
there you go. Yeah.
He looked it up.
They were talking about how was she gonna get to Mexico? They were like, if she walks, she's gonna be going through the snakes and all that. You know.
Well, she just walked through that see-through fence we're gonna have down there, right?
Yeah, the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you. I'm coming on your guys' stream on Friday nights more often because I got two subscribers tonight.
Hey, we love you.
Oh yeah, you see that?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam, you gave me that. You sent me that thing. You couldn't get over what? You got 40 subscribers or something?
Yeah.
Or that amount of views?
No, the subscribers. Yeah, that's true. I couldn't snip out the middle part there.
Oh no.
I was up to 40. I was like, wow, and I haven't released anything in a long time.
See.
It's time for you to get on the case, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But someone's been chewing up my Wednesday nights.
Well, that's true.
And
you're doing it like fun. What's it called? Team 1000? Team 100?
Team 100, yeah.
What are we on? 2 hours and 5 minutes?
5 or 6 guys.
No, but we're 2 hours and 5 minutes in.
I think Will's saying that he wants to go.
No, we're doing good.
You got to go to work, don't you, Will?
Yeah, but I'm okay. I really don't want to go.
So your excuse is that it?
I really don't want to go. Not at all.
I guess that's why he's trying to bring up just random news stories.
Yeah, right. I'm like, what else can we talk about so I can be late?
Yeah. I guess that's one place I'm very blessed because I love going to my job. Well, my wife does call my job my dream job. I get to drive.
Yeah, well, I would take that up in a heartbeat. If it paid well.
I know to keep Will around. Well, we should talk about what I've had scrolling by up here. What you and I are doing on Sunday night.
What is that one?
We are Mike and I are doing a live stream Sunday night because next week Avengers Infinity War comes out. And that's geekism right up my alley.
Yeah.
And so Mike is a casual fan of the Marvel universe and I am a more rabid type. I don't know everything, but I know enough to help out people. Okay. So on Sunday night on my channel, Mike and I are going to be talking. I'm going to do a quick once over about what the Black Panther movie was all about because that's the most recent one. So people may not have had a chance to get it. If you don't go out to the theater for movies, you didn't have a chance to see it. So I'll try to be as spoiler free as I can, but also give you the information that you need for Infinity War. And
excuse me, Adam, should I watch Doctor Strange?
If you can before then, yeah.
Okay, I'll definitely will. Definitely.
How did you see Doctor Strange? How was it, Adam?
It was okay.
It was strange.
There you go, Mike. Thank you.
So wait, y'all are going to see this movie?
That's next week.
So y'all are going to go see the movie next week, and then y'all are going to review it?
No. This Sunday because I'm psyched up, and also I'm trying to get some content out there for a change. Right. So
I'm giving you an idea. You and Mike should go see it.
Yeah.
And record parts of it when y'all are going to the movie theater. And then y'all should review it. Not parts of the movie, but y'all should review it on Wednesday or one of your streams. Y'all should review the movie. Because I'm not going to go see it.
Yeah, what's the date it comes out, Adam?
Next Thursday night it comes out. And the reviewing movies is the wife and I. Sci-Fi Christina on Twitter. Right. So we have that end of things down. And plus I'm gonna go that Friday and see it. She's going the night before that to see it. So then Friday night, hopefully we're gonna be able to do a quick impressions video of what's going on.
Because I'll be seeing it the following Tuesday because it's senior day and we get huge discounts.
Nice.
All right, Mike, when are you going to see it?
He's not going to go see it in the theater unless I report back to him that it was really good. Then he and I are going to go. You want to come with us?
Okay.
But
I don't
Mike,
like Marvel. I don't think I've ever seen any of them except for Spider-Man.
Well, you saw the newer Spider-Man?
I saw Spider-Man. I saw like the first Avengers movie and Iron Man. I think I saw. I got a couple of them on DVD.
Yeah, my wife and I love it.
There's too many of them for me. There's so many.
Mike, are you a big Avenger fan?
I'm like any kind of action. I mean, I just saw not long ago was the Justice League.
Yeah, we did.
I saw. Yeah, you know. I'm not like Adam, but I do enjoy it. I do enjoy talking about it. So
see, I don't enjoy Justice League as much as I do the Avengers. But then, you know, back in the 60s, I was a big Marvel comic collector. So I guess it makes sense. And my wife loves Iron Man and Captain America's my guy, you know, that whole thing.
You like Captain America? See, before these movies, I hated Captain America as a character.
I love Captain America.
He just was like,
I like action movies, but I like Die Hard.
see, you like the this is going to sound dumb, but again,
I love the Die Hard movie. Even my wife does too. But I think how he stays alive is more ridiculous than he movies. You know, he kills a helicopter with a car. I mean, come on.
It is. You know. But that's the fun part of it. That's like watching 24. That was my show. I love that show.
That was a cool
show. I got
them
all on DVD. And every time you would wonder, how's this still going on? But it just got better and better.
And the thing I wondered about that show was, how did he hold his bladder for a full day? It wasn't until the last season they showed him make a bathroom break. The last season, they actually showed him like go out of scene, go to where a known bathroom was, and then he like came back in. He was like brushing off his hands. That was the first time.
He was on dialysis. He doesn't pee much.
Nice.
That's why you didn't want to piss him off, right?
Okay.
All right, that was the third one. I think.
Oh man.
Forbes Tech liked 24 also.
Oh, his new show, yeah.
Where he's president.
Yeah, I forget what it's called.
Spoilers.
I forget what it's called. Something. It comes on Channel 6. I forget what it's called. But
Designated Survivor.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's good. I like him, Kiefer Sutherland.
I kind of wanted to watch that just for the beginning of it, where they must blow up the Capitol building, I guess.
I watched the first few. I didn't really get into it as much as 24, but yeah, it was crazy in the beginning.
Yeah, well,
the whole thing started.
It's not him running around out there doing crazy stuff, right?
Yeah, nah, he's like he got pulled into it.
Yeah, it would be cool if the series ends up like that, like he's the president still, but he's going out and doing all kind of wacky stuff.
Well, what was the movie where the president of London Has Fallen?
Yeah, I didn't see that one. There was Air Force One too. Also.
Yeah, the president had to fight his way out of London with all kinds of machine guns.
Nice.
Hey, you guys! I was going to ask, did you guys see Deadpool's new trailer?
No, not yet.
I saw it somewhere.
They actually
Go ahead.
They actually made a reference to about saying, "Oh, what is this? A DC universe?" He made a comment about the DC universe in it, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. In the first one, he was ridiculing them because his trailer was playing, and they had a scene where the green screen stuff on Cable's arm, the CGI for that wasn't completed yet, and so they made a dig on Justice League about the CGI removing Henry Cavill's mustache. Did you know about that, Mike?
Yes. Were we watching that show about editing? Was that where they were talking about it too?
Maybe, probably.
So they talked about how they had two directors. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, well, because the first director, like some bad stuff went down with his family.
Oh, okay.
And so he had to step out.
And that is not all that uncommon. I mean, every
having two directors.
Few years you'll see, that's kind of been happening off and on since I was a kid.
Well, yeah, but
they'll fire one director and hire another one, and
it changes the tempo of the movie. I think
usually that's like before a whole lot of shooting starts, or they go back and like reshoot stuff.
Yes.
So that the director. But this one, like most of all the shooting had been done with Zack Snyder, and then Joss Whedon had to come in at the end, and
he had real family issues, I gather.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remembered seeing it and like, because he was getting a lot of abuse for everyone saying the movie was going to suck, and then his family thing happened. I remember when I read it, I was like, now I feel bad for him.
Yeah, exactly.
That he had to go through all that stuff. So
yeah,
and so you were talking about the Deadpool the second trailer. I'm trying to stay away from stuff because I don't want the joke spoiled. Because that was part of the joy of the first movie, because I didn't really see much of anything trailer wise for it until I watched the movie.
I didn't see Deadpool. I tried to watch the original one, maybe 2 weeks ago, but I'm kind of like Jay Will. If there's a lot of cursing, I don't want any part of it.
Yeah, that's not going to be.
It's
you are Captain America.
That's why I like him.
We've lost Will's picture.
I know. I hear a lot of noise, and
I'm still here.
Yeah, he's hiding. That's all. He's hiding.
Changing it.
Deadpool isn't for George.
No.
My
wife and I can't watch movies with a whole lot of cursing. That's one reason we like the Avengers movies.
Oh, George, you're missing out on a lot of good movies.
Yeah, I am, and I intend to.
Man.
Adam, let me ask your opinion. It's not a sci-fi movie, but what did you think of Now You See Me and Now You See Me Too?
I did not see that.
Oh, okay.
I have no desire to. I am not into magic stuff at all.
I can't stand magicians. I love movies. It's weird.
Adam, you're not a Harry Potter guy? I thought you liked Harry Potter.
That's fantasy wizards and stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that though.
Well, I can understand people not like it, but the like real people that are like, look, I made a bunny rabbit.
Yeah, it's strictly sleight of hand, the entire movie. I don't like magicians at all. Never have. But I love those two movies. That's weird.
All right, cool.
Why? So you're not happy about what's his name? David Copperfield's big thing he's got going on.
Yeah, no. And there's some show out now on, I think it's ABC, that like a magician illusionist like this comes and helps the FBI with cases.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Now they're really stretching it now, right?
Yeah.
Hey, if people will watch it, you sell it.
Yeah,
that's right.
But I mean, man,
Jack
why are
Bauer
people
never
watching
peed.
this? So Ryan Reynolds had to be in the second trailer, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Kirk in the room was asking, "Is Ryan Reynolds in the trailer?" Hold on, maybe I missed a previous.
No,
reference.
he's in the trailer.
He's in the trailer. Yeah.
Oh, he said Deadpool 1 was hot. Maybe he meant that with Ryan Reynolds in it, then it's guaranteed to be funny. Because that guy's pretty funny.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't he Deadpool?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's that other big movie that was out a couple years ago? I don't know if it's not Marvel. Maybe it's not Marvel. The one guy was a tree. Everybody kept saying he was so good.
That's Guardians of the Galaxy.
The other one my wife and I love. Yeah.
Yeah, the second one, I wasn't impressed with the second one. The first one.
Oh, we love both of them.
Oh, there's been two of them already? I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I thought the second one was about to come out now.
Yeah, no, the second one had Kurt Russell in it.
Yeah, wow.
He was awesome.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. But
how old is he now? What is he, 70?
He's my age.
He's still a hero?
Yeah, he's still a hero. He still looks pretty good.
I thought he's still like a hero. That's like Sylvester Stallone is still playing Rambo.
He was an anti-hero.
Yeah, he wasn't quite a hero. Were you freaked out like I was with the past scenes, like what they're doing now? They had scenes of Kurt Russell young in this one where they like CGI'd up his face.
When I first saw it, I said to myself, "How the heck they did that?"
It's like I need some of that.
in Civil War. They did it with Robert Downey Jr. and that one looked like really good. They had to lift footage from another one of his movies.
Okay, yeah, and that's what they have to cut some in. But I thought the way they did it with Kurt Russell, and that was like really awesome.
Yeah, his looked like straight up CGI.
Yeah,
and it did look good. But the one with Robert Downey Jr. like freaked me out. It looked so good.
Okay.
So that's why I'm thinking it.
So I'm thinking the other big thing that Adam and I have in common, I would think, has got to be Doctor Who.
Yeah.
That I am not. All I remember is the one Doctor Who, way back when, with curly hair in the 70s.
Oh, that guy. No, curly hair wasn't in the 70s. Oh no, yes, that was John Pertwee.
Normally I would watch him on PBS.
Yeah,
the public state. That's where and that's the only thing I know about. And that's that way Adam shows.
That was my wife's favorite Doctor until David Tennant came along.
I think that Mike is screwing up his decades. I think he means 80s, and he was talking Tom Baker.
No. Well, Tom Baker has curly hair too.
Yeah, Tom Baker.
I remember watching his curly hair.
Was it in black and white or color?
Both.
A long scarf that dragged the ground on.
Yeah, long scarf. Yeah,
that's Tom Baker.
That's Tom Baker, and that's late 70s, early 80s, way into the 80s.
Yeah, late 70s.
He played the Doctor longer than anybody ever has, and he's most people's favorite Doctor, including mine. Not my wife's though.
Oh.
Adam, in the very room you're in, there was remember the black and white TV? Yeah, but the very room that you're in.
Yeah, that tannish black and white TV.
White TV that sat across from you right now. Yeah, on that table, and it was Mom. It ain't there now; it's long gone. But I remember watching TV, watching him on that. Remember those fake beds Mom had in there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where we used to watch TV in there. Yeah, that's how long ago. That's when I remember.
I'll tell you how bad I got hooked once I started watching Tom Baker. I went back and watched every Doctor Who from the very beginning, 1963.
Oh, good God!
And I taped every single one of them into the 90s.
Wow, that's that rewatch was quite a bit of time on.
I'm a serious Whovian. So, and I turned my wife into one in about the mid 80s, and she still is also. You know, although she's not crazy about a lady Doctor Who.
Well, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we talked about that already.
Yeah.
Why? I don't remember.
My wife's just more old-fashioned than I am.
Okay. Oddly enough, I didn't get into the Doctor Who until like halfway through the new run. Like Matt Smith.
Because the new run started in 2003. And at the time it went off the air, which I believe was 98, it was the longest running television show on the planet continuous.
Yeah.
By a whole lot, because it ran straight from 1963 to 1998 before it ever stopped. Yes.
I thought, wasn't the movie like around 96?
Yeah, the movie I think was later, but the TV show ran that entire time.
Yeah, the TV show ran a long
5
time.
years and came back in 2003 or 2005, one or the other.
Well, those Brits also do weird stuff with their TV shows. They're like, we'll go on in April and off in August, and then you come back 2 years and maybe you'll get new episodes.
Well, yeah, these days they put in 2 Doctor Who episodes and then you wait another 9 months.
Yeah. We still got a long time to wait for this next
one. You remember the British space show where they protected the Earth from alien invaders? What the heck? UFO, that was the name of it.
Oh, I do not know that one.
That was an early 70s show. It was cheaply made, but it was a good show, and it had Martin Landau and Barbara Bain, his wife.
Wow.
And it was if you ever get a chance, look up UFO. It's very classic sci-fi stuff.
We're geeking out too much. We're losing people in the room.
Who's older, Adam or Mike? Who's older?
Mike.
Mike, you were talking about the cable and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Will. You got to come over and see Studio too.
Yeah. Anytime you want, man.
You to work.
You already see one. You got to come over and see Studio. That's where the magic happens, Adam. You know, I got to admit, after tonight, when Adam speaks, oh my God, it's like Adam's right, like here.
What did I do? What?
No, your audio's off. off the scale.
Off the scale, good, you mean?
Off the scale, good. Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. Oh, all right. Good. We're not losing people. He was just giving us props there.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure.
I thought he was headed out.
I thought he was heading off too. Yeah.
I wouldn't blame him though.
I think Will's brushing his teeth. I thought I heard some spray on him.
Kirk comes through. Space 1999.
Oh, that's right. I'm confusing UFO with Space 1999.
Yeah,
right. That was the Martin Landau Barbara Bain show.
What's Kirk's prize? He's got to get Kirk. Something.
I don't know that.
Space 1999. I've heard that show.
That was a good show.
That's it. He.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing pictures of that. I never watched it. It was well before my time.
Yeah, I watched it plenty.
Was that prime time? Was that on a major network?
No, it was more of a serial series. You know, it wasn't a major network, but that's a British show, and so is UFO. UFO is U period, F period, O period, and they were both. If you're into sci-fi, I think you'd like both shows.
I remember that. I remember seeing them because of how they have Space 1990, the graphic. Wow.
Yeah.
British. Oh.
He's
75 to 77.
Yeah, you Googling stuff?
Yeah, well,
that's good. This live stream is turned into Googling.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this image. Oh, hold on.
No, he brought back a Wayback Machine on that one.
Oh, Wayback.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, that's right. That's Dr. Peabody.
Yeah. Dr. Peabody. Come on, you know Dr. Peabody.
Oh, wow. I'm looking at
humor, I think, is awesome, of course.
Yeah. Here we go.
I'm looking at some of their outfits.
There you go. Look at that image there. Yeah, baby.
There you go.
That is some good stuff right there.
Stuff,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. All right, I gotta make that go away.
And Adam, don't forget to look up UFO. I think you'll like that one too. It's cheesy, but it's good.
I cannot tell you the problems that I'm having. So I make a YouTube channel to do geeky content about stuff, about entertainment that we like, and now I'm spending too much time doing that, and I don't have any time to watch any of the shows. I'm far behind. I've got Jessica Jones on Netflix I need to watch. I've got the rest of Altered Carbon. I've got this Krypton show. I got Black Lightning. I got Arrow.
You gotta shut down, Adam. You just gotta say, I can't do it.
I gotta.
This is what YouTube does to your life. Trust me.
Yeah,
I guess, man. I don't know. Do you guys remember the architect from Matrix?
I never got into the Matrix.
All right. Well, he was the guy. He sat there. He had like 80 cameras, 80 televisions all set up. I got to start doing that somehow. Have 80 different things going at a time and somehow understand it all.
Whew. Got to get you a bigger house, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it's all Mike's fault.
What?
Here we go again.
That's why you don't have no time. Mike's killing your Wednesdays.
Wait a minute. Adam broke out all this audio gear, and all of a sudden everyone,
right. He did that himself.
Oh, wow. Like, holy cow.
Just think what would have happened if I never opened that box in the closet.
I'll be still making, here's my phone, here's a case.
And we'll think about it. Adam made Mike more geeky from that point on.
Yeah, man.
I know. Yeah. Mike's still doing reviews in the park, saying there's too much noise. Of course, when I bring out my camera, people want to start driving by.
People hold it down in the street.
Nice.
Mike was so mad. Mike was like, as soon as I come out here.
Well, Serrano in the room is saying that he's rocking 3 devices right now. One's watching the playoffs, one's for us, and one's for posting.
I need to be watching some playoffs. I've been watching everything.
What's he got on? What's he got? Basketball on? Or
basketball's cool.
Who's playing
hockey? Yeah, Flyers are playing tonight.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't really.
I know the Sixers. The Sixers are doing good though.
Yeah, they are.
I haven't watched hockey since Mike Bossy was on the Islanders.
Who?
Mike Bossy. Brian Trottier.
I've heard those names. Okay. I've heard those names. Yeah.
I've never watched
titles in a row.
George, how do you get into hockey, George? I can't follow
it. I played hockey for 3 years in high school.
George, is there anything you didn't do, George?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think George is a vampire.
I think
he's like hundreds of years old.
I think the only rough thing I didn't do was football, but I was in roller derby for 3 years. I tend to like rough sports, and I'm like defensive football players. I like defense. I don't care if you hit me as long as I get to hit you too. That's how I box.
Oh,
I think
this team took a turn.
I think George has done everything. George has been in a band. George rides motorcycles.
I think George needs to write a book.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Serrano's watching Toronto and Washington right now.
Okay.
Cleveland lost by 2 points.
Oh, they lost again? Yes. That's good. I'm glad they lost.
I'm glad too. I love it.
I don't want them to win.
Me too.
All right. Well, scrolling back up there too, Kirk, science fiction and horror flicks, very good. I'm not so much into horror, but so Kirk needs to stop by my page Sunday night. Chit Chat Avengers.
Speaking of basketball, aren't you guys excited for Philly at this point? I would think.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. Philly's doing good.
Good, yeah.
I mean, that's looks like a serious threat.
Look! We won the Super Bowl. We got the Sixers.
I think they're tied up.
They had the worst record ever last year.
Yeah.
And you're forgetting about Villanova basketball also.
They hit the championship.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
And we had a plane up and blew up an engine and landed in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's
so badass.
I wouldn't consider that sports somehow.
No, but badassery.
And the woman was. The woman was sucked out of the plane a little bit.
That's right.
Yep. She ended up dying though. That stinks.
Yeah, she died. Yeah. What did you say? The best thing about the plane story is
the tower. I asked her, the tower said, "Is your plane physically on fire?" And she responds with, "No, but part of it is missing."
Yeah. They said she was like, they said a part of it is missing.
Yeah.
She said a part of it is missing, and they said somebody went out.
Wow.
Yeah. And she used to be a fighter pilot.
She was the first woman.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she was just cool as anything. She was just like, yeah, and we're gonna need some medical because some people are hurt, and it's just ridiculous how calm she was.
The one thing I didn't like about it was when they showed her after they landed, and she's just in the aisle greeting people like they just had a successful landing, and they like nothing happened. What is going on?
Only losing one person was probably a pretty successful landing.
The way the lady died, she was all cut up and bleeding in the aisle. And
they were people who were stepping up and trying to save her life.
Yeah, they pulled her back in. Otherwise, she would have been out the window.
So
it's crazy.
We have Philly Jazzy Jeff, and he says Philly all day long.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, the Sixers, yeah.
Did he just hear us starting to talk about Philly, and he like came in the
Adam, Kurt says send me a link.
I can't do that. This is my channel, so I can't post it up there.
Oh, send it to me. I'll send it to him.
Well, I'm getting ready to get off anyway.
Well, it's just my YouTube page.
Okay.
I'm on overtime at this point.
Oh, sorry.
My wife's gonna want to see me pretty soon now.
She's gonna be ready for you to play Words with Friends.
Your wife still wants to see you?
He said your wife. He's like, your wife still wants to see you.
No, meaning like mine doesn't care what I do anymore. I was dissing myself. I wasn't dissing George that time.
My wife actually likes spending time with me sometimes.
Sometimes.
Been here the whole time. Excellent. Good. We finally sucked him out by talking about Philly.
Oh no.
Will, I hear. Will, let's see. Will is on Sicklerville Road. Okay, right now.
What?
And, Will, you're driving on Sicklerville Road. It sounds like you're moving.
Oh no!
Your car,
no,
right?
I'm locking the door.
Oh, no, I'm just outside. It's all good.
Yeah, this is the beautiful service from AT&T. 5G network.
So are you on your way to work?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, he's got to, man. It's almost Saturday.
All right, guys. I think it's time to shut down.
Taking a bye week.
Team 100's taking a week off.
Enjoy.
I need.
They're not on.
Can I stop the broadcast?
They're not on today.
Now? No, he said they're taking a week off.
Adam,
okay.
Adam, type it in there in the comments your YouTube page name.
Isn't it Corpulent Geek?
Yeah, just plain old Corpulent Geek.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'll send it, Kirk. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you, Kirk.
Kurt, doesn't he have the Telegram?
No, he's not on Telegram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No problem, Kurt.
He's on Allo.
He's
on Allo.
Oh, don't diss my man.
Kurt, it's time.
No, he is. He's really on Allo.
Okay, all right.
All right, Will, you need to get him in Telegram.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get him over there.
Until the Russians shut him down anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Russians don't like that page, right? They don't like Telegram.
No.
All right, guys, I gotta go.
All right. All right. Listen, we're gonna go. All right.
All right.
Thank you, everybody who came by, who put up with all our nonsense and
2.5 hours
action movies and with our sci-fi.
George had to kick us out.
And good for all you Philly fans. I'm happy for you.
Hey, George, tell your wife to blame us, okay?
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so
bye, everyone.
Say good night, guys.
Hey.
All right.
Oh, bye, Android stud. We're leaving.
Yes, Android. Yes. I'll say my exit. I'm Mike Dixon. This is Simple Your Device. Give us the video a thumbs up. Go ahead, George. Right. Take it away.
Adam, give us your channel again.
Corpulent Geek. You can search no space with a space, whatever. I come up. No one else is going to name themselves Corpulent Geek, but it's way better than Fat Nerd.
And I'm Mobile Geezer, and you can find me under Mobile Geezer, Google Plus, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. And thanks for coming by. We do this every Friday night at 8 o'clock. Mike, Simply Your Device, and I alternate. Next week, he'll be doing the broadcast at 8 o'clock.
I'll be ready.
Reminders.
Yeah.
And don't forget to catch Adam and Mike on Wednesday nights because they do a great live stream.
Thank
you.
And Will, thanks for your rants and everything else.
All right.
All right, guys. Good night.
All right. Good night.
Yeah, I am.
Thanks, everyone.
All right.
Hey, he's there.